I'm Early Wynn along with Lauren Brown here in Baltimore. It's the White Sox against the Baltimore Orioles. Here's your lineup for the White Sox. Rudy Lowe in center field leading off. Scott Fletcher at short. Tom Paciorek at first base. Greg Luzinski, the designated hitter, batting cleanup. Ron Kettle in left field. Harold Baines in right field, a local boy and a favorite everywhere he goes. Vance Law at third base. Mark Hill will do the catching today instead of Carlton Fisk. And Julio Cruz will be at second base and bat ninth. The right-hander, Lamar Hoyt, with 13 wins and 10 losses, will do the pitching for the Sox. Back with the Orioles after this.
Coming up now is Fred to take a swing at today's General Finance Baseball Quiz question.
I'm ready.
Here comes the pitch. Since 1900, only 8 pitchers have won 20 or more games with a last-place team. Name the winningest National and American League pitchers in this category.
The answer in a moment. But first, I'd like to make a pitch for General Finance Home Equity Loans.
You smoked that one right by me. What's a home equity loan?
Let's say you've lived in your house 10, 15 years. Chances are it's worth more than your mortgage.
Quite a bit more.
Okay, so you've got equity that you may be able to turn into cash with a General Finance Home Equity. $5, $15, $25, $50,000 to use any way you want. What's more, there's no commission or broker fee, no hidden charges. General Finance will even work out a payback plan that works best for your budget. Once your loan is approved, you'll be able to pick up your check in a few days. How's that for being a winner?
Rates right up there with Nolan Ryan, who won 22 games with the last-place California Angels in 1974, and Steve Carlton, who won 27 games pitching for the last-place Phillies in 72.
Think what they'd have done with a winning team.
Mike Flanagan has just finished his warm-up down in the Baltimore bullpen, walking to the dugout over on our left-hand side, the third base side. Got a standing ovation coming in. It's been quite some time since the Baltimore fans have seen him here. So they stood up and gave him a standing ovation for his comeback start of the day, and the game hasn't even started. So what if he does good the first inning? You can imagine what will happen. Here's the lineup for the Baltimore Orioles. Al Bumbry in center field leading off. Dan Ford, right field. Cal Ripken at short. John Lowenstein at left field. Ken Singleton, the designated hitter. Jim Dwyer at first base. Joe Nolan will do the catching. Todd Cruz is back today, and he'll be at third base. Rich Dower at second base, batting ninth, and the left-hander, Mike Flanagan. 6 wins and no losses will do the pitching for Baltimore. The umpires behind home plate is Rich Garcia. At first base, Vic Voltaggio. Mike Riley at second base, and Don Dickner at third. Well, I guess we might as well get ready to play a ball game. The umpires and the managers are at home plate, and they're going to bring the troops out in this terrible weather, Lauren. I don't know how they're going to stand it.
I don't know. I think you love this kind of weather, being from Alabama, and I got to believe Lamar Hoyt is comfortable being from South Carolina in this kind of heat. It's a big day for the White Sox. Big win if they can do it. Take this series 2-1. They snapped a 9-game losing streak in this ballpark with a victory last night. And the big question is the physical ability of one Mike Flanagan. He's got a special brace on his left knee after sustaining ligament damage when he faced the White Sox on May 17th. In fact, it was Tony Bernazard who hit one back up the middle, and in attempting to field it, Flanagan's spikes got caught on the mound, causing the knee to twist, and fortunately for Flanagan, surgery was not necessary. And I'll tell you, he's been tough in this ballpark. He's won 11 straight games here, which dates back to June of '82.
Well, you know, after he hurt the knee and trying to throw, it's been tried before many times, and you just can't do it. So I don't know whether the knee got better or the arm got better at first, but you get a sore arm trying to throw off a bad knee, a bad foot, a bad toe, or anything. Dizzy Dean proved that, I think, as one great pitcher. Got a broken toe, and I believe it was an all-star game, and tried to come back and throw before the toe as well. And you just can't throw the ball flat-footed.
So we'll have this afternoon's ball game. But first, we invite you to enjoy our national anthem.
a beautiful day for a ball game. Let's don't play two today because it's very, very hot. The players have taken the field. The umpires are going to their positions. So we'll get ready, and we'll be back with a play-by-play with Lauren Brown right after this.
Hey, White Sox fans, win big in the Budweiser Light Breaking the Action sweepstakes on Sports Vision. No purchase necessary. They're giving away tickets to future Sox home games, Bud Light equipment bags and hats, and a series of grand prizes, too, like Jensen Audio Plus video components, weekends in the Bahamas from Thompson Vacations and Princess Hotels, and a week's Caribbean cruise from Costa Cruises with airfare by Delta. Enter off until October 1st and enjoy a cold Bud Light while watching Sports Vision for the names of winners. So look for entry blanks at participating retailers or watch the Sox on Sports Vision for details. You must be of legal drinking age to enter. You could be a winner at Bud Light's Breaking the Action sweepstakes.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Flanagan is taking his warm-up pitches, and they're taking a little infield practice. Umpire taking a very good look at Mike Flanagan right at the moment to check him and see how he's throwing, because he hasn't seen him throw for a while, and nobody has except the bullpen catcher, I don't guess. Looks like he's throwing all right, but I haven't seen a whole lot of heat right there, and we don't need any more heat, Lauren.
Well, that's a fact. Typical Sunday afternoon in Baltimore in August. Sunny, hot, and extremely humid. So we're all set for baseball. As Rudy Law will lead it off, he'll be followed by Scott Fletcher, who has been moved up to the number 2 spot in the order after batting 8th the last 2 games because of the left-hander out of the mound, and batting 3rd in the inning will be Tom Paciorek, making his first appearance in this series. Well, the last time that Flanagan pitched a full game was on May the 11th when he tossed his 7-hitter and beat Seattle 1-0 for his 6th straight win. He was off to his best start of his career, 6-0, until sustaining that ligament damage against the White Sox here on May 17th. Left-hander ready, in the first pitch, fastball inside, a strike. Law shortened up as if to bunt. 90 degrees at game time. That's the way we like it. Flanagan, former Cy Young Award winner in '79, delivers, and a breaking ball misses inside. Todd Cruz, who has missed the last 2 ball games because of the flu, is in there this afternoon, playing up and in on the infield grass at third. Chicago and Jimmy Dwyer over at first. Here's the pitch, and it's low. 2 balls and a strike. The Orioles winning game number 1, coming up with 3 in the 9th after nobody on and 2 out to win 5-4, and the White Sox coming back last night and winning 6-4. Pitch swung on and fouled down the right side past Davey Nelson, the coach's box at first. His counterpart, Jim Leyland, over in the box at third.
I think probably one of the worst things that could happen to Flanagan is with that knee trying to throw off of it, unless if it isn't 100%, and you said he had a brace on it, is control. If it bothers his control, that would be...
Oh, that pitch looked like it was ready to hit Rudy Law, and he swung and missed at it. It just broke inside.
Well, I suggested don't get in the way of his curveball, but he has a dandy. It's certainly not going to affect his curveball, I don't guess.
And he laid off that pitch. It would have been ball 3, but as it is, a strikeout. And the batter, Scott Fletcher. White Sox shortstop hitting .287 with a homer and 21 RBIs. The outfield plays him to go the other way. Lowenstein playing straight away in left. Bumbry over in right center, and Danny Ford straight away in right. Flanagan, very deliberate motion, delivers a fastball for a strike. So he has started out both hitters with a fastball. He had a brace early on the leg, but he was not getting enough flexibility out of it, so they got one made to his liking that has given him more flexibility. Flanagan delivers, and a foul right up the booth next to us and back down on the screen. Fletcher in the hole, 2 strikes. Well, if the White Sox can get the proper kind of parlay, meaning a victory here today and losses to Kansas City, Texas, California, and Oakland, they would have a 6-game lead over the Royals. Texas is playing a doubleheader at Cleveland. They would have a 6.5 game lead over them should the Rangers lose 2 and the White Sox win 1. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Fastball looped into center field. Bunbury had him played perfectly in right center, and he's got it for the second out of the inning. 2 up and 2 down.
Well, not only does the win here today have a lot to do with the standing, as far as the Sox is concerned, but I think victory in the standings would also mean a victory, moral victory for the White Sox here, coming in, having such a tough time here, and coming in winning the 2 out of the 3 game series.
Tom Paciorek, the batter, batting for the first time in this series, hitting .275, looks at the first pitch up high a ball. Paciorek with 5 homers and 36 RBIs. Eddie Murray out of the lineup with a strained knee for the second game in a row. Here's the pitch way outside. 2 balls, no strikes. As we mentioned, St. Lawrence product Jimmy Dwyer filling in over at first base today. Gary Renicky played there last night. 2-0 delivery to Paciorek. Caught the outside corner with a fastball, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Greg Luzinski in the on-deck circle. Left-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Swinging a shot into the left field corner. 4 extra bases. Lowenstein can't play it off the wall as it goes over his head, and Paciorek will get into second easily. I'll tell you, had that ball gone right to his mitt, it might have been doubtful if Paciorek would have made it to second base. But as it is, it took the hop over Lowenstein, and Paciorek had no problem. Our big payoff inning today will be the 3rd. So Greg Luzinski, who's wielding a hot bat, steps up with a runner at second and 2 out. Luzinski with a 5-game hitting streak. In 8 of his last 9 games, he's hit successfully, batting .406 with 5 homers and 13 RBIs. And he's hit a home run in each of the last 2 nights, both solo shots. Flanagan out of the stretch for the first time, and he delivers a fastball for a strike in the outside corner. Joe Nolan doing the catching. Breeze blowing in from center field here this afternoon. Left-hander ready. Here's the pitch. And he came back with the same pitch, but just a little far outside. Evens the count 1-1. The White Sox and the Orioles, the 2 front-runners in the American League. White Sox with a 5-game lead over Texas and Kansas City. The Orioles with a 2-game lead over the Tigers. Here's the pitch, and he fouls it up the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. American League East is tight. Tigers 2 back, Milwaukee 2.5, and the Yankees and Toronto are 3 out. Left-hander ready. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Outside, evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McGregor in his first outing since May 17th struck out Law. Got Fletcher to fly out to right center. And then a 2-out double by Tom Paciorek. Now Luzinski with a 2-2 count awaits the pitch. Here it is. Outside, 3-0. You notice early to Paciorek he was trying to pitch him away, and to Luzinski the same way.
Well, I think I would too in this ballpark, especially 2 guys that can pull the ball. Of course, Paciorek can go to right field good. However, that time he bounced one off the wall down there.
The 3-2 pitch. Swinging a foul. Just got a piece of it back to the screen, so we'll do it again. White Sox will be departing after the ball game, headed for Detroit with a twilight doubleheader tomorrow night. And single games Tuesday and Wednesday before returning home for a 4-game series against these Orioles on Thursday night at Comiskey Park. Orioles making their final appearance in Chicago for the year, barring the fact that both clubs could be playing in the playoffs later. Here's the pitch, fouled off upstairs. It'll be Dick Tidrow and Jerry Kuzman going in the doubleheader tomorrow night against Juan Berenguer and Jack Morris. Tuesday, Richard Dotson against Larry Pashnick, who's back up from Evansville. And on Wednesday, Randy Martz will get his second start. He'll be going against Dave Rosemont. Machorik at second, Luzinski at the plate with a 3-2 count and 2 out. For the third time, Flanagan delivers the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a drive, deep to right center field, way back. Might get out of here. It's gone. Luzinski with his third home run in as many games, and it's 2-0 White Sox.
Well, once again, Greg Luzinski gives the White Sox a 2-0 lead here in the first inning at Baltimore. And against a very good pitcher. The first couple of guys who faced him didn't look too well against Flanagan. Rudy Law looked very bad, in fact. And you'll find that all the way through a ball game, a left-hander against Mike Flanagan.
Have we decided what to say, Dobja or Jankuya?
Nope, not me.
Ron Kittle, the batter, and he takes a pitch low ball. Kittle hitting .252, 23 homers and 67 RBIs. Drove in a run with a sacrifice fly last night, and he fouls off the next pitch, even in the count, 1-1. I think I like Dobja better.
Well, in Alabama, we'd say, something.
Well, depending on what side you were on, depending what the last word would be. Here's a foul coming back. Out of play, a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that always governs everything. So right now, it's hallelujah.
Luzinski in this series now is 4 for 8. 3 of his 4 hits for home runs, and he has driven in 4 runs in the series. Well, the White Sox jumping out in front 2-0 last night in the second inning. Here's the pitch high and outside a ball. And they jumped out in front 2-0 in the first inning on Friday night. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kittle. Left-hander ready. Here's the pitch. And a check swing right back to the mound. Flanagan throws low, but Dwyer has it to retire Kittle on the side. But in the inning, a 2-run homer by Greg Luzinski, 2 hits in the frame, and we go to the bottom of the half of the first inning. The White Sox 2, the Orioles coming to bat.
Central Tire keeps you on the road. Central Tire has brand names you know. For a great grip and a fit that's sound at Central Tire, we're always around.
B.F. Goodrich and Central Tire in Chicago and Cicero have great money-saving news for car owners. Central Tire has sale-priced their entire stock of Lifesaver XLM steel-belted radial tires. Now's a great time to replace worn original radials with long-working tires. On sale now at all 5 Central Tire locations. The Lifesaver XLM gives you outstanding handling and traction, especially in wet weather. B.F. Goodrich designed this radial especially for replacement of passenger car tires. Drive into Central Tire today and drive out with a B.F. Goodrich Lifesaver XLM tire. They're on sale now at all 5 Central Tire locations.
Central Tire, we're always around. Central Tire.
Central Tire with 5 B.F. Goodrich locations, including Roosevelt near Austin and Cicero and 728 South Clinton in downtown Chicago.
Talk baseball with Pearsall after the game on WMAQ.
Why did Patricia Douglas star in The Revenge of the Killer Cauliflower?
Like you know I did it for the money. Totally.
Why did Dr. Jones specialize in feet when he faints at the sight of bunions?
I did it for the money. And for my mother.
Why did T.J. Began become a baseball player?
It sure worked for their chewing tobacco.
You could win $1 million or up to $100,000 instantly in the Illinois State Lottery's Fortune Instant game. So play it for the same reason Maria Finizzo became an opera singer.
For the money.
Lauren Brown, an early win, back in, as they would say here, Baltimore. With no T, as we go to the bottom of the first, and Lamar Hoyt on the mound has been staked to a 2-run lead on Greg Luzinski's 23rd home run of the year. So Hoyt will face the top of the order, Al Bunbury, Dan Ford, and Cal Ripken Jr. Hoyt trying to win his 4th in a row. Beat the Tigers in his last outing at Comiskey Park, though he went only 5 innings, as the White Sox beat Detroit 7-5. 0-1 against the Orioles this year. The right-hander delivers, and it's a fastball up high, ball 1. Well, they beat Baltimore 3 times without a loss a year ago, en route to racking up 19 victories. Kicks and delivers, another fastball high, 2-0. Cal Ripken Sr. doing the coaching over at third. Jimmy Williams in the box at first for the Orioles. Right-hander ready, delivers. There's a swing and a shot right to Julio Cruz at second base. So there's 1 out. reflex is not too bad at 36 years of age, Early.
No, he's a very agile fellow. And Bumbry he's a great athlete all around. All his life so far, he's been able to do everything very good. Run, throw, field, and hit. So that's just about what you look for in a ball player. If you look for any more, I don't know what you're going to look for. Unless he likes to play 2 every day. Or maybe 3 if we have him over at Hagerstown.
That's right. Here's the pitch to Danny Ford, who's been hot in a fastball for a strike. He is 5 for 10 with an RBI in the first 2 games of this series. If you weren't with us last night, Hagerstown, where they sent Jim Palmer, the A club in the Carolina League for Baltimore, played 3 games yesterday. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball misses 1-1.
I wonder if that was a special game and they used Jim Palmer and pitched him in the ball game and they closed the gates, run everybody out, closed the gates, and sold tickets again.
Here's the pitch and a breaking ball for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, we found out why Iowa and Denver played a 9-inning ball game in the first of a doubleheader. It was a split doubleheader, day-night game. If it had been back-to-back, it would have been 7 innings. Here's the pitch. And he just misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I don't know what happened in the second game, but the White Sox AAA club beat the Cubs AAA club in Game 1 at Denver. That was yesterday. There we have it on our notes here. Here's the pitch. And he fouls it off. I don't believe I detected it. Nope. Oh, Ford fouling it off. The count 2 balls, 2 strikes. In that doubleheader at Cleveland, Texas will go with Huff and Matlack. Blyleven and Tom Brennan out of Lockport, Illinois, will be going for the Indians. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander in the windup. Here's the pitch. And he fouled one up. It was high and inside. Just got a piece of it and up to the screen. Now we understand the Indians have jumped out in front in game number 1. Leading 3-2, but Texas now just came up with a run in the third, and it's 3-3 at the end of 3. All the other games will be getting underway just a little later. Here's the pitch. A half swing, a 1-hopper to Fletcher. He's got it, and throws him out by half a step.
I think Fletcher was fooled on that ball. He was charging towards second and thought that Ford was going to hit the ball a lot harder than he did, and instead Ford just put a little wrist into it, trying to jerk it into the hole. So Fletcher had to reverse his reading and come back over towards third base about 3 steps before he could get a hold of the ball.
Oh, nobody on and 2 out. White Sox out in front 2-0 if you just joined us. And if you've been with us all the way, they still lead 2-0. Cal Ripken, the batter, hitting .283 with 16 homers and 66 RBIs. Lamar Hoyt into the windup, and the pitch. Breaking ball misses outside, ball 1. Now they had over 39,000 here on Friday night, almost 33,000 last night. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike as he took something off a breaking pitch. 1-1. I don't think we have that kind of crowd here today. Say around 20,000. Here's the pitch. Fastball grounded to short. 2-hopper. Fletcher has trouble getting it out of his mitt, but he gets it out and throws on to first to retire the side. 1-2-3 here in the first inning as the O's go down. And as we go to the second inning, the White Sox 2, Baltimore nothing.
I recently saw where a Honda Civic ran the Indy 581. Must be a mistake. So I called Honda. No, it was official, they said. The U.S. Auto Club drove 3 1983 Honda Civic 1300 FE hatchbacks around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway until they ran out of gas. They ran 578 and 581 and 604 miles. The EPA went even farther, I was told. They made the Civic FE the best gasoline mileage car in America. EPA estimated 46 miles per gallon and 59 highway. Use 46 for comparison only. And you can expect actual highway mileage to be less. But it was no mistake. The Honda Civic ran the Indy 581. The Indy 581 kind of grows on you.
for Texaco. You hear the knocking in that car? Now Texaco Star Power helps you knock out the knocks with the highest octanes you can get. Texaco Premium Unleaded with ethanol at 92 octane. New Super Regular with ethanol at 91 octane. Unleaded with ethanol at 89 octane. Get Texaco Star Power, the highest octanes you can get to help knock out the knocks in your car. Texaco Star Power for car power.
The White Sox, batting sixth, the right fielder.
Harold Baines will lead it off as we go to the second inning. The White Sox out in front, 2-0. Baines has been batting in the third spot the last two nights against right-handers. Now batting sixth against the left-hander, Mike Flanagan. And the first pitch to Harold is a strike. Baines, 4 for 9 in this series, 2 homers and 3 RBIs. And boy, he waylaid one here last night over the right center field bleachers. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss as Flanagan took something off of it. Baines hitting .287 for the year, 11 homers and 62 RBIs. Baines will be followed by Vance Law and Mark Hill. The 2-strike pitch. And he fouls it back to the screen. Oh, Flanagan out in front, 0-2. He started off the first inning by getting Law and Fletcher. Then Pachorik hit a double off the left field wall, and Luzinski put one over the right center field fence. Here's a pitch way outside of ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Only once in his career has Flanagan won over 20 ball games. That was in 1979, and he was accorded the Cy Young Award. Pitch, swing and a miss. Took something off it. And for the second straight inning, Flanagan has struck out the leadoff man.
Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 5, Vance Law.
I think if I was a left-hander and Flanagan was pitching, I think I'd run and hide or else pull Todd Cruz. I'd miss the bus. He has got a horrible curveball coming to a left-hander.
Vance Law, the batter, hitting .229 with 3 homers and 29 RBIs. A fastball grounded to short. Ripken up with it across in time. 2 up, 2 down. I hear a lot of people say that the toughest pitcher they ever saw for a right-hander against right-handed hitters was Buell Blackwell. He'd come from third base that year.
Yes, and he was also about 6'6" and had long arms. I think his knuckles drug the ground when he walked. And when he come around by third base, you knew that you had something to deal with.
Mark Hill, the batter, goes after the first pitch. A 1-hopper to Dower at second. On to Dwyer at first. And the White Sox go down easily here, 1-2-3 in the second. So we move to the bottom half of the frame. The White Sox 2, the Orioles nothing.
Welcome to General Finance. How can we help you?
Oh, have I got trouble?
Oh.
Monday, the refrigerator broke down.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Station wagon died on Tuesday.
Oh, that is.
And Wednesday, the roof started leaking.
My word.
No, my plumbing system. 2 pipes broke on Thursday.
I hope that's all.
No way. Friday, my oak tree fell on my neighbor's carport.
Your neighbor wasn't...
No, but his car was.
Oh, well, I guess anybody can have a bad week.
Easy for you to say.
Well, that's because it's so easy to get the help you need from General Finance.
I'm talking about a lot of bills and a lot of monthly payments.
Right. And a General Finance consumer loan will consolidate all those bills into one manageable monthly payment. We'll set up a budget you can live with. You'll know exactly what your payment will be. No hidden costs or fees to pay. If your loan's okay today, you should get your check tomorrow. And by the way, your interest may be tax deductible.
Oh, boy. Am I glad I came to General Finance.
Call General Finance for a large home equity loan up to $50,000 or for a smaller consumer loan. See the white pages for the office near you.
When you listen to the White Sox on the radio, it's like being at Comiskey Park. And when you bite into the Buick White Sox Plumpers, it tastes like you're at the ballpark, too. And that's because Plumpers are the official White Sox hot dog. Big on a bun, gigantic on taste. Bursting with mild, meaty flavor that tastes as good at home as it does in the stands. So show your White Sox spirit. Pick up some White Sox Plumpers. The Buick White Sox Plumpers. Regular, beef, or cheese.
John Lowenstein will lead it off for the Orioles as we go to the bottom of the second. The White Sox out in front, 2-0. Lowenstein 2 for 3 with an RBI in Friday night's game. Did not play last night. He'll be followed by Ken Singleton and Jimmy Dwyer. Here's the first pitch, a breaking ball by Hoyt, over for a strike. Vance Law up at the edge of the grass at third. Here's the pitch. Inside, almost hit him as Lowenstein spins out of the way and drops the bat. That'll wake you up a little bit early.
Yeah, I was just looking at the umpire. He reached down right away and grabbed the bat. And he and John are talking, and John thinks something's wrong with the ball, so the umpire asks for the ball to take a look at it, and he's going to throw it out. But he grabbed the bat up right away and really wasn't worried about John too much.
Right-hander ready, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a foul. I like what Ron Luciano said. He said, players would ask me for the ball to look at it, and he said, I didn't know what I was looking for.
Well, I have heard him say, after they hit the next pitch, said, well, I just wanted you to see what it looked like.
1-2 pitch, and fouled off again. 2-0. The White Sox out in front on Greg Bluzinski's home run in the first inning with a man aboard, his 23rd of the year. Hoyt kicks, delivers, and it's fouled off to the left side. Well, good to see an old pal of everybody in baseball, Rex Barney. Once threw a no-hitter for the Brooklyn Dodgers. PA announcer here, also does some cable TV here, and he's back in the press box, though he's not working after recovering from a stroke. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's low ball. He and Lorne Babe, White Sox coach, grew up and played together in Omaha, Nebraska. Here's the pitch. A shot to center, a base hit. Now Lowenstein leads it off with a single here in the second inning.
I think if I was Lamar Hoyt, I'd ask for the ball. I want to take a look at that one to see how live it was, because that ball really bounced off the bat of John Lowenstein, and really it looked like a blur going out into center field. Well hit ball.
Ken Singleton, the batter, the designated hitter, hitting .279, 11 homers and 49 RBIs. Switch hitter batting from the left side, where he is more dangerous than from the right side. Driven in a pair of runs, one each in this series on Friday night and last night. And the pitch by Hoyt, way high, a ball. Paciorek holding the runner on over at first. They're a double play depth up the middle. Fletcher at short, Cruz at second. Law way off the line and pulled over at third. Here's the pitch. And it's way high. I don't know what that was, but whatever it was, it didn't accomplish what Lamar Hoyt wanted it to.
Well, I don't know if Lamar knew what it was either. It was supposed to be a curveball, but he got it high, and it didn't have hardly a sign of a break. You could pick up the spin on it, and just kind of flat.
Oh, he's behind the hitter, 2-0. Here's the pitch, a swing and a one-hopper. Great play by Cruz, second for one. Double play as the relay comes to Paciorek. Cruz dove and snagged that ball and flipped immediately to Fletcher, on to Paciorek for the twin killing. What a play.
Friday, August the 12th, was Baltimore at Comiskey Park. It'll be All-Star Beach Towel Night. The first 15,000 fans, 15 and over, receive a free high-quality All-Star Beach Towel. Given to you by Clorox Bleach. For tickets, call Ticketmaster 559-1212, and you can use your charge card.
So Jimmy Dwyer, the batter, out of St. Lawrence on the south side, swings and misses. One of the hottest hitters in the American League over the last month. Been hitting .488, 14 extra base hits. 9 doubles, a triple, and 4 homers, and 19 RBIs over that period of time. And he chops one down the right side. Paciorek, his counterpart, has it and outruns him to the bag. And the Orioles are down here in the second inning. No runs, a hit, nobody left on. At the end of 2, the White Sox 2, the Orioles nothing.
You've worked so hard and come so far. It takes your best to make it. It feels so good. You knew it would. Your moment's here, so take it. Bring out your best. Bring out your best, but why the lie?
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
The White Sox WNAQ.
Spend more time relaxing and less time cleaning with True Test professional quality maintenance products from True Value Hardware stores. Hi, Pat Summerall to say powerful True Test cleaners can help you get the job done fast because they're formulated to remove tough stains and grease. And now they're available in handy quart bottles. Use True Test concentrated all-purpose cleaner, only $1.98 on walls and woodwork. And clean mirrors, chrome, and appliances with True Test ammoniated glass cleaner, just $1.28, exclusively at participating True Value Hardware stores and home centers.
We go to the third inning, the White Sox leading 2-0, and this is our big payoff inning. And Julio Cruz will lead it off, and he is batting for John Thurston of Joliet, Illinois. What a play by Cruz in the field early. But I imagine you being around the Sox all year since he's come over from Seattle are quite accustomed to that.
Well, we've seen a few of them, Lauren, there's no doubt about it. You're going to see them once in a while, especially with Julio. He gives it a good, honest effort all the time.
Julio hitting .251, 2 homers and 31 RBIs. Well, that ball that he snagged looked like it was going to go right by him for a base hit, and a breaking ball by Flanagan for a strike. 2-0, Sox out in front on Greg Luzinski's 2-run homer in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Outside. If Cruz gets on with a single, John Thurston of Joliet will win $67. $167 for a double, $267 for a triple. Here's the pitch, low a ball. For a homer, a Zenith 25-inch TV. And if he should not get on via a base hit, he'll still be a winner. He'll receive a certificate for 3 pounds of Dubuque Plumpers, the official hot dog of the White Sox, as Cruz swings and misses, evening the count at 2-2. Flanagan has struck out a pair, and on both occasions it was the leadoff man in the first as well as the second innings. Flanagan winds, delivers, and Cruz going after the breaking ball fouls it into the Orioles dugout. Flanagan started against the White Sox back on opening day at Comiskey Park, was staked to a 7-0 lead against Floyd Bannister, and then the roof caved in on him as he got blown out. Lasted just 2 innings, allowing 6 runs on 6 hits. Here's the pitch, swinging a fly ball in the gap. Bunbury coming over. He's got it with a fine running catch. Boy, he doesn't slow down a bit. What a fine play by Speedy Al Bunbury.
Well, even though he's 36 years old, it doesn't look like Al Bunbury has lost too much of his speed, and he certainly hasn't lost any of his agility to get the jump on the ball. Got a great jump on the ball. Thought sure it was going to go through and hit the wall, and wanted it to go through, wanted to see Julio run, because he doesn't get wound up good till he makes the turn down at first base. But Bunbury got the jump, and he just outrun the ball.
So Rudy Law, the batter, he's battling for Nicholas Weiss of Oak Lawn, Illinois, and he attempts to bunt and fouls it off.
You're going to have to stay in the batter's box till the ball gets there, Rudy. You can't leave before the bus does.
Rudy without a hit in his last 7 trips to the plate. 1 for 9 in the series. Flanagan in the windup. Here's the pitch, and it's outside a ball. So John Thurston of Joliet, Illinois. You can blame Al Bunbury for taking $167 away from you. That ball, had it gotten by him, would at least have been a double. Here's the bunt right back to the mound. Flanagan off the mound, and he throws him out by half a step.
Well, that's not very much, considering the fact that Rudy bounced the ball back to him on the second hop pretty hard, too. Rudy did stay in the batter's box for that one, but the one before he tried to bunt, Flanagan gave him a curveball and took something off of it, and Rudy was just too far gone to reach it.
Well, if you're going to bunt off of Flanagan, you got to put the ball down the right side or the left of the mound, try to make him really come off that mound. His agility is a problem with that brace on the left knee. So Scott Fletcher, the batter, and he's batting for Helen Caracas, a Cicero. And the pitch outside a ball. Helen Caracas, K-A-R-A-K-I-S. Fletcher flat out to center. His only time up today. Here's the pitch. Popped up down the right field line. Dwyer giving chase. Ford coming over, but it will carry on into the seats. 2-0, the White Sox out in front. The Orioles will take on the Indians here the next 3 days. Sending Storm Davis, Scott McGregor, and Mike Bodiger. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And this ball is fouled off. So you would figure that on Thursday, Dennis Martinez would pitch against the White Sox in Chicago, with Flanagan possibly going on Friday, depending on his condition. And then Storm Davis and Scott McGregor on Saturday and Sunday. A ball and 2 strikes to Fletcher, batting for Helen Caracas of Cicero, Illinois. Left-hander in the windup. Here's the pitch. Fly ball again, curving foul down the right side and on into the seats.
When Flanagan is right, and healthy, it's amazing how much he and Scott McGregor look alike when they throw. They both look like they're going to step towards first base, and come at you from crossfire.
1-2 pitch, a fastball. This time it's in fair territory. Ford coming over in right field, near the line, and he's got it in fair territory to retire the side. But they'll all get 3 pounds of Dubuque bumpers. We go to the bottom of the third. The White Sox 2, the Orioles nothing.
Here's this week's Top 10 in Chicago on WMAQ.
Gonna ruin my bad reputation. Why do I have to choose? See everybody lose from an old lover again.
Oh, we playing night games.
Just see the love found in me. Only in it for the love.
Thank you for taking me to paradise tonight. Baby, what about you?
Don't you know how much I love you? Lost in the feeling with you.
That's this week's Top 10 in Chicago. And you can hear them all after the game and all day long right here on 67 WMAQ. After the game, it's Jimmy Pearsall on WMAQ.
When I take a picture of a red barn, I use a film that captures every nook and cranny of red in that barn. And Kodacolor 2 film loves
blue, because it really portrays the rich blues of an afternoon sky. Yes, Kodacolor 2 film prefers
pink, like in that pink pig over yonder.
No, it's the little green apple.
The old gray mare.
That yellow sunflower.
It's this hay-colored haystack.
Those calico cows.
Kodacolor 2 film from Kodak. It's in love with color.
But especially
red.
Well, if you can't make it on Friday with Baltimore in town, on Towel Day, you can come Sunday, August the 14th with Baltimore in town and get a helmet. First 15,000 kids 14 and under receive a free high-quality white batting helmet featuring the All-Star logo. The credit unions of Chicago will sponsor that day. Call Ticketmaster 559-1212 and use your charge card.
Joe Nolan will lead it off in the bottom of the third. The Oriole catcher, and Lamar Hoyt delivers a breaking ball for a strike. White Sox leading here 2-0 on Greg Bluzinski's home run in the first inning with Paciorek aboard. Hoyt has faced the minimum 6 hitters in the first 2 innings. Though he had given up a hit, but a fine play by Cruz, turning a double play. Here's a grounder to Cruz, and he throws him out. 1 down. So Todd Cruz will come to the plate.
The third baseman, number 10, Todd Cruz.
Cruz originally in the Kansas City organization. Well, correction, Philadelphia, then Kansas City, then California, then the White Sox, then Seattle. And now Baltimore, a modern-day Suitcase Simpson. And Hoyt delivers the first pitch inside a ball. Cruz hitting .203 with 9 homers and 37 RBIs for Seattle and the Orioles this year. There's the pitch. Tapper to the right side. Julio Cruz has it, and he throws him out. 2 down. Two up up and 2 down. Ground balls to Julio Cruz, and the batter will be Rich Dower, the second baseman. Number 9 hitter in the order today, hitting .227 with 4 homers and 29 RBIs. The 29th one was a killer. Won the ball game here Friday night. Hoyt into the windup, and the first delivery, fastball for a strike in the outside corner.
Well, now with nobody on, he just becomes an ordinary hitter.
Here's the pitch, tapper to the right side. Cruz has it. Throws in time. Julio Cruz with 3 assists in the inning. And the Orioles down easily. 1, 2, 3 in the third. So we move on to inning number 4. The White Sox 2, the Orioles nothing.
I recently discovered that Miss New Jersey drives a Honda Accord 4-door sedan, same as mine. And it got me to thinking. There are so many beautiful people driving Honda Accords these days. We could have a pageant of our own. I can see it now. Ladies and gentlemen, there it goes. The best-selling front-wheel drive 4-door sedan in Alabama, Arizona, California, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Oregon.
If you start counting now, by the time you reach the number 16, somebody will be hurt in an automobile accident. Because every 16 seconds, a disabling injury happens in a car crash. Wearing a seatbelt reduces the risk of serious injury by more than 50%. Here's another fact. If you, as the driver, fasten your seatbelt, the person riding with you will fasten theirs. Try it before another 16 seconds are up. Seatbelts, a simple fact of life, brought to you by Honda.
Now to present the Star Power High Octane Awards, Bob Hope.
Hi, tonight's awards are for the highest octanes you can get. Envelope, please. And the winners are Texaco Unleaded with ethanol at 89 octane, New Super Regular with ethanol at 91, and Premium Unleaded with ethanol at 92. Texaco Star Power helps knock out the knocks with the highest octanes you can get. Texaco Star Power for car power.
Lauren Brown, an early win back at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore in the rubber game of a 3-game series. And the White Sox out in front 2-0 as we go to the 4th inning. Tom Paciorek with a first-inning double will lead it off here against Mike Flanagan in the 4th. Flanagan's first pitch, called strike in the outside corner with a breaking ball. Tom Brennan out of Lockport College has been knocked out at Cleveland. Spilner's come on in the 5th. Here's the pitch outside a ball as Texas leads Cleveland 4-3 in the first game of a doubleheader. Knuckleballer Charlie Huff going for the Rangers. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Outside a ball. Oakland did not score in the first at Minnesota. Coderoli going against Viola. 2 balls and a strike to Paciorek. He'll be followed by Luzinski and Kittle. Left-hander delivers. Here's the pitch. Outside. 3-1. Phillies beating the Cardinals and Neil Allen 2-0 at the end of 1. Phillies now in first place by a half a game over the Pirates. Here's the 3-1 delivery. Swinging a fly ball off the end of the bat to Al Bumbry in center field, and he puts it away, 1 out. And the red-hot Greg Luzinski steps up. A 2-run homer in the first inning, accounting for the White Sox 2 runs. His 3rd home run in as many games. He's got a lot of friends here. You can't tell by the reaction right now as the Oriole fans boo him, but a few of his buddies down from Philadelphia watching the series. And the pitch outside a ball. Montreal leading the Pirates, trying to sweep that 3-game series, leading 5-0 at the end of 4. Here's the pitch way high, 2-0. Cubs got a run off of Craig Swan in the first to Wrigley Field. They lead the Mets 1-0. Swan going against Dickie Knowles. Oh, those are the only games underway right now. 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0. What would you call this kind of pitching?
You mean Flanagan?
With Luzinski up.
Oh.
Outside, he walked him on 4 pitches.
Very cautious, I would think, for starters.
First walk given up by Flanagan. And Ron Kittle, the batter, tapped out to the pitcher his only time up. Kittle with only 5 hits in his last 40 at bat, trying to snap out of it here against the left-hander. Though he got credit for the game-winning RBI with the sacrifice fly in the second inning last night. Flanagan ready. Here's the pitch. Here's a looper to right, a base hit off the end of the bat. Luzinski making the turn at second. Now he holds up as fourth, throws it back in, and there are runners at first and second. It appeared Luzinski had a shot for third, but Jim Leyland held him up.
Well, Ford does have a good arm out in right field. However, Ford wasn't within 10 or 15 feet of the ball about the time the Bull stepped on second base, and he was running full blast, full bore. I think maybe he could have coasted over to third base. The momentum he had up, unless Ford made a perfect throw. I think he would have had to make a perfect throw to get him. However, that may be the hit that starts Ron Kittle off, boy. If you talk about a cheapie, that's one of them.
Well, Harold Baines, the batter, a strikeout victim his only time up. And the pitch way inside a ball. Luzinski at second, Kittle at first, only one out.
A hard swing and no distance by Big Ron Kittle. Just a little blooper over the infield on the right side.
Swing and a miss on a big breaking ball. Evens the count 1-1. That's what those fellas were saying at the old-timers game at Comiskey Park. I swing just as hard, but it doesn't go as far anymore.
Well, same way with throwing it, too. You rear back and fire. You don't get a natural change of pace till you reach 60 years old.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. And a tapper fouled at the left side. Well, you didn't do too bad against, what was it, Willie Mays, I think you got.
No, I didn't get him in
Chicago, didn't you?
Well, I didn't get him in Washington at the Cracker Jack game. No, I didn't get him in Chicago. He's the first time in one of those old-timer affairs I haven't gotten him.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. I'll tell you, this appears to be a real mismatch with McGregor and Baines, the left-hander against the left-hander.
There's not too many left-handers that it isn't a mismatch when Flanagan's got his good stuff. I'll tell you, he's awesome with that wide curveball, that delivery. He's got the motion. He's got great arm motion. On top of that, he looks like, mentioned a while ago, looks like he's coming around by third base. Looks like a short, left-handed Ewell Blackwell, as you were talking about earlier.
Well, Vance Law, the batter, with 2 on and 2 out. Here's the pitch up high a ball. Who did you face in that old-timers game at Chicago?
That's been too long ago. That was 10 days ago or so. Asked me something happened back in 1934, 35.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Well, whoever you faced, you got him out. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled off upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Actually, it was Alvin Dark. And, I started to try to catch the ball and try to outrun him to first base, and I thought, well, that's silly. Both of us might have a heart attack.
Luzinski at second, Kittle at first, left-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Inside a ball. 2 balls and a strike.
You know, Flanagan's curveball, when he throws it, even to a right-hander, it looked like somewhere around home plate there, about 8 or 10 feet in front of it, like there's a stainless steel wire stretched across there, and it kind of nips it. It takes that much of a break when it starts, and it doesn't start till the last minute.
Flanagan ready. The 2-1 delivery on the way. Swinging a ground ball to short. Ripken has it. Flips to second in time for the force out. And Flanagan gets out of the jam. No runs, a hit. 2 men left on. We move to the bottom half of the 4th inning. The White Sox 2, the Orioles nothing.
Welcome to General Finance.
Hi, remember me?
How could I forget?
Listen, I know how busy you are listening to people's problems all day.
Well, our business is helping people with problems about money.
Yes, I don't have any.
No money?
No, dear boy, I have plenty of money. You gave me that home equity loan last month.
Then...
I don't have any problems. That's why I'm here. I'm what you'd call a satisfied customer.
Oh, well, that makes me very happy.
Well, you were wonderful. First off, you approved my loan the same day I came in.
And you got your money the day after?
Right. You didn't fool me about costs either.
Well, at General Finance, we tell you in advance exactly how much your payments will be.
I was amazed at how much equity I had in my home, and I liked the fact that there was no commission or broker's fee. In fact, I'll borrow again. I'd like to remodel my kitchen.
Well, anytime
Listen, you do commercials. How about using me?
I'd
be great. I sing, Elmer dances. Dance for the man, Elmer.
Well...
How about radio?
Call General Finance for a large home equity loan up to $50,000 or for a smaller consumer loan. See the white pages for the office near you.
The White Sox WMAQ.
Eastside Lumber.
You've invested a lot in the tools of your trade.
Well, you buy the sheet and we cut it for you.
You want them to pay off.
We've got a shop in the yard. We're on the way to...
You want to keep them busy.
We're open on Saturdays.
That's why you also invest in the Yellow Pages, where your ad is on the job every day of the year.
Eastside Lumber.
The Bell System Yellow Pages.
Walnut, cherry, red oak, white oak.
It's the small investment that keeps your big investments paying off.
Well, smooth on both sides.
Lamar Hoyt on the mound. He has faced the minimum 9 hitters in the first 3 innings, so thus he will face the top of the order here in the 4th inning with the White Sox out in front by a score of 2-0. It'll be Bunbury, Ford, and Ripken. White Sox getting their 2 runs on a home run by Greg Luzinski over the right center field fence. Al Bunbury, the batter, lined out in a 2-0 pitch to Julio Cruz. Cruz has been busy. The 9 batters, he's had 1 putout and 4 assists. Hoyt kicks and delivers. Breaking ball for a strike across the letter, strike 1. Todd Bunbury. Great running catch off the bat of Julio Cruz. In the 2nd inning, here's a pitch, and it's outside a ball. Make that the 3rd inning when Cruz was leading off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hoyt, good rhythm, working quickly, and the pitch low a ball, 2-1. He doesn't waste any time. Let's go. I love to see pitchers do that. And the pitch is a strike. We talk about that old-timers game. Billy Pierce pitched in that old-timers game the way he did when he was with the White Sox. Give me the ball and let's go.
Yeah, well, there was some of the fellows had been working out, some of the batters and some of the pitchers both. And that's the people they should match up. Shouldn't match up Bob Feller and Billy Williams. Of course, Feller throws quite a bit, goes around the country.
Here's the 2-2 pitch, way outside a ball, and the count goes full, 3-2.
And these outlying towns, as they call them, up in the minor leagues, and pitches for our home run hitting contest.
There's the pitch called, strike 3, took a breaking ball. Bunbury standing at home plate talking to Rich Garcia about it. Now he pleads with him, and he says, okay, turns around and goes back to the dugout, and I think Danny Ford just had a word with him, probably. What was that pitch?
Well, it was a little bit of a breaker pitch, and Bunbury just wasn't quite ready for it. One of those sharpers. You know, Feller going around the country pitching these home run hitting contests, and I don't know, I thought he would have got enough of that. I got enough throwing home run hitting contests my last 3 or 4 years pitching.
Danny Ford, the batter, grounded out to short his only time up, goes after the first pitch and fouls it off. 2-0. The White Sox out in front, trying to take this series 2-1 before heading into Tiger Stadium for a 4-game series, starting with a twilight doubleheader tomorrow, and coming home against these O's beginning Thursday night. Hoyt into the windup, the 1-strike pitch. Missed with a fastball outside, 1-1. Hoyt already has his sign. He's taking about 5 seconds between pitches, and it's up high a ball, 2-1. Ford's going to slow him down a little bit as he steps back. Now he's right back in there. Here's the 2-1 delivery. High ball, 3. Well, Hoyt with a 3-2 count before he struck out Bunbury. Now he's fallen behind 3-1 here on Danny Ford. The 3-1 delivery on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He had a big cut.
I used to pitch like that when I first started out, grab the ball and throw it. And first manager I ever had was Wild Bill Raw Meat Rogers. And he came out to the mound one day and he says, look, son, he says, they're not going to hit that ball till you throw it, so hold it in your hand for a while.
Here's the pitch and he fouls it off. Let's pause for station identification, saluting the listeners in Crystal Lake, Illinois, and affiliate WXRD-FM on the Chicago White Sox radio network.
Mike Ditka moves to WMAQ beginning Saturday, August 20th at 6 p.m. from Stereo 67 WMAQ Chicago. It's 87 degrees at O'Hare at exactly 2 o'clock.
A 3-2 pitch, and he struck him out with a breaking ball. Ford is all over Richie Garcia. So 2 batters in a row took 3-2 pitches on breaking balls, and they will have a seat on the bench. Bumbry and now Danny Ford.
Well, that's what second strikeout.
Well, Cal Ripken Jr. will be the batter. Nobody on and 2 out. Grounded to short his only time up. So how did Meat Rogers, or whatever you called him, how did he want you to slow down?
Wild Bill, Raw Meat Rogers, well, I was getting hit pretty hard. He wanted me to slow it up a little bit and make it less hits, less often.
There's a swing and a foul up the screen. That's a key point. It's great for guys to work and get in a good motion and work in a hurry, but they've got to be effective in so doing.
Or if you have it and you're getting them out, well, it's much better for a pitcher to work fast.
Here's a fastball inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
When you're a pitcher and things are going wrong for you, it's okay to try anything.
1-1 delivery. Breaking ball popped up on the infield. Vern Vanslaw coming down near the plate, and he's got it to retire the side. So the minimum 12 hitters over 4 innings Hoyt has faced. As we move on to inning number 5, the White Sox 2, the Orioles nothing.
Hey, White Sox fans, win big in the Budweiser Light Breaking the Action sweepstakes on Sports Vision. No purchase necessary. They're giving away tickets to future Sox home games, Bud Light equipment bags and hats, and a series of grand prizes, too, like Jensen Audio Plus video components, weekends in the Bahamas from Thompson Vacations and Princess Hotels, and a week's Caribbean cruise from Costa Cruises with airfare by Delta. Enter off until October 1st and enjoy a cold Bud Light while watching Sports Vision for the names of winners. So look for entry blanks at participating retailers or watch the Sox on Sports Vision for details. You must be of legal drinking age to enter. You could be a winner at Bud Light's Breaking the Action sweepstakes.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Keep listening for the WMAQ White Sox Big Payoff Inning. It's in every game. Big Payoff Inning prizes are $67 for a single, $167 for a double, $267 for a triple, a Zenith 25-inch custom console TV for a home run, and for a Grand Slam homer, a Zenith 45-inch space screen projection TV. Zenith is the choice of millions of Americans. Big Payoff Inning contestants whose batters don't get a hit receive 3 pounds of Dubuque Plumpers, the official hot dog of the Chicago White Sox.
Mark Hill leads it off as we go to the 5th inning, and he looks at a ball outside from Mike Flanagan. White Sox leading 2-0. Hill grounded out to second his only time up. Here's the pitch outside, 2-0. Hill originally a Cardinal. Born and raised just up the river from St. Louis in Missouri. Played for the Cardinals, the Giants, the Mariners, and the White Sox, and he takes a called strike in the outside corner. Hill batting in the 8th spot in the order today, will be followed by Julio Cruz and Rudy Law. Left-hander ready. Flanagan pitches, a swing and a shot to left. Lowenstein will play it on about the 5th bounce. Now, looked like he was able to get it on 2 hops, but he just laid back for it. And Mark Hill leads off the inning with a single. This is the first time today the White Sox have had their leadoff man on.
Second baseman, Julio Cruz.
Julio Cruz, the batter. Hit a drive in the gap in left center that Al Bumbry caught up with his only time up. And we have activity in the Orioles bullpen. I think they might have figured from the get-go early that they'd let this guy go about 5 innings, and that's it. Here's a swing and a base hit to right. Hill will have to hold up at second base as Danny Ford gets the ball back into the infield, and the White Sox have back-to-back singles here in the 5th.
Well, and Julio have to take it a little cautious right now, not overrun Mark. Mark is not a fast runner, and Julio gets a little bit excited when he sees that ball goes in a hole. So if it goes in a hole, I hope it goes in there deep.
And the right-hander in the bullpen, Sammy Stewart. So Nolan out to have a word with McGregor, and now here comes Ray Miller, the pitching coach, and they're just stalling for time right now to give Stewart a little more time.
I'm not too sure, but what Flanagan didn't tell Nolan when he came out to talk to him, and I still don't understand why Nolan didn't stay there longer, because I'm quite sure that something is wrong with Flanagan right now. He's not feeling too well, because he looked into the bench as Nolan started back behind the plate. And that's a sure sign. Otherwise, if you're a pitcher and you get a couple of base hits off of you do not look into the bench unless something is wrong. Because that's a sign you're looking for help.
With a left-hander up, Rudy Law, I think they're going to let him go to Rudy, and then any problems, and he'll be right out of there.
Oh, yeah, I think Flanagan wants to pitch to Rudy, but I think he wants him to have somebody ready when the right-handers start.
They're at the end of 6 in Cleveland. First game of a doubleheader. Texas 4 and the Indians 3. And Oakland just hit Minnesota with a 3 spot in the second. 2 on, nobody out. Todd Cruz playing up with the grass at third. Here's a pitch, swinging a drive. Deep to right. Ford going back. He's got room, and he's got it. Mark Hill tagging up. Here's the long throw to third. He's in there safely, and Cruz goes to second base. So Rudy Law got his job done early.
Yes, he did, and there is a sign of not too smart of an outfielder, the way Ford made that play. Trying to go for Mark Hill all the way from deep right center field, threw the ball very high. It makes the ball a lot slower when you throw it that way. I thought Ford was a much better outfielder than to pull that play, because he's got Julio on first base, and the minute Julio saw the ball was going up into there, he took off on a dead run. He was going to go to second, and you know he's going to go.
And that is going to be all for Mike Flanagan as Joe Altobelli comes out to the mound. So Sammy Stewart in the bullpen will be coming on here with the White Sox leading 2-0, and runners at second and third, and 1 out. So with the pitching change, we'll take timeout here in the 5th inning with the White Sox out in front 2-0.
Remember, Mike Ditka moves to WMAQ beginning Saturday, August 20th at 6 p.m. from Stereo 67, WMAQ Chicago. O'Hare reports in with 87 degrees at 2:07. USA Today introduces sports in an entirely different way.
USA Today, sports for you. The USA Today, the scores massaged from every state. The nation's voice has seen a different play. USA, in a different way. USA, USA Today.
USA Today Sports, America's most comprehensive sports section. Every day, complete pro coverage, all the results from everywhere, plus state by state, the college, high school, and amateur sports. USA Today, sports, money, life, and the nation. Pick up USA Today, 25 cents at newsstands.
USA brings you the USA.
Baltimore has changed pitchers. I think Mike Flanagan probably went just about as far as they might have expected Flanagan to. And, you know, they're going to save one of the better ones for him. They saved Sammy Stewart to come in and relieve him. But anyway, Flanagan threw 70 pitches during his 4 1/3 inning, give up 5 hits, 2 runs. So far, he's walked 1 batter. The 2 runs is so far. He's still charged with the 2 on the bases, or will be charged in case they score. Walked 1 batter, he struck out 3, gave up 1 home run. Coming in the pitch is Sammy Stewart, 6'3". He's won 4 and lost 3, has an earned run average of 4.13, making his 39th appearance for the year. He started 1 ball game. Also got 4 saves, which makes him on the plus side by 8. 98 innings pitched, 101 hits, 46 runs, 45 of them earned. Sammy has given up 6 home runs. He's hit a batter, walked 48, and he struck out 64. He'll come on and face the right-hander, Scott Fletcher.
Well, the Baltimore press guide for years has given what pitchers throw, and they say for Stewart, fastball, slider, change, and slow curve. Not just a curve, but the slow curve. You say about the late Wild Bill Dietrich when he pitched for the White Sox. He had a slow curve and is slower than that curve.
He has a little deceptive motion. I think Stewart throws from the set position just about all the time. He comes up, holds the ball in the glove, both in front of his face, just about nose high, and then his elbows are pointed towards center field and home plate. And he comes on and delivers the ball home, and he does it pretty well, if I do say so.
Well, Scott Fletcher will be the batter. Against Mike Flanagan, he flied out to center and he flied out to right. The Orioles bring their infield halfway in. Jimmy Dwyer at first and Todd Cruz at third, playing parallel to the bag. Ripken at short. And Dower at second are halfway in on the dirt. Mark Hill at third, Julio Cruz at second. And Stewart delivers. And they attempt the bunt, and he fouls it off. It was not a suicide because Hill did not come down the line until the ball was bunted, and it was bunted foul. Now Cruz halfway to the mound to have a word with Sammy Stewart, a North Carolinian from Asheville.
I wanted you to tackle that other name.
Which one was that?
Where Sammy Stewart now lives.
All right, let me take a look. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Swinging a grounder to Cruz. He's got it. Holds the runner at third. Throws to first in time. Swannanoa, North Carolina.
You get A, go to the head of the class.
Oh, there are 2 out, and Tom Pachorik, the batter, a double in 2 trips. 2 on and 2 out, and the White Sox leading 2-0 here in the 5th inning. Trying to add more. Stewart up with a glove now in front of his face, delivers fastball for a strike.
Puts his arms way up into there, the ball and glove, and like he's reaching up high, trying to get a little bit higher, and he comes down all at once. And it's just like if his elbows hit a lock there. They stop real quick in a jerk.
Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. And he misses outside on the curve. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tom Pachorik coming to the White Sox from Seattle for Jim Essien, and the man now playing third for the Orioles, Todd Cruz. That was when he demanded to be traded, which was his right at that time. And he got his wish. Here's the pitch. Fastball for a strike right over the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pachorik steps out of the box to collect his thoughts. Greg Luzinski with a 2-run homer in the first inning, giving the Sox a 2-0 lead. Stands in the on-deck circle. Outfield playing Pachorik straight away. Hill with a short lead off the third. Cruz with a decent lead off the second. Stewart ready. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled upstairs, out of play, and the count remains the same. Mike Flanagan went 4 1/3 innings, allowed 2 runs on 5 hits, including a home run, and he is responsible for the runners at second and third. Stewart has been tough in his last 10 games. He's won 2 and he has saved a pair. Now he's ready. The 1-2 pitch to Pachorik. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, base hit. Hill will score. Here comes Julio Cruz. He will score, and the White Sox lead 4-0. And Pachorik claps his hands as he rounds first.
Well, that was a big base hit right there. Come up with those 2 runs after getting them on, and them getting over to second and third, and then you're 2 out, and have the guy come on and get a base hit. Boy, that's a real big one. Now it's 4-0 in favor of the Sox, and you got the bull up here with Pachorik on first base. That could be another biggie.
And Pachorik with his 37th and 8th runs driven in for the year. Greg Luzinski, the batter, checks his swing, and the umpire at first, Vic Voltaggio, says he did not go around. Ball 1. Luzinski with a 2-run homer over the right center field fence in the first inning, and he was walked on 4 pitches in the 4th. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Called strike in the inside corner. Big guy from Prospect Heights.
Those runs are charged to Flanagan. You know, the reason I say that, Lauren, is because you don't expect to get many runs off of Stewart.
There's a swing and a sharp grounder to third. Cruz has it, throws to second to force Paciorek and retire the White Sox. But in the inning, the White Sox come up with 2 more runs on 3 hits and strand a man. We go to the bottom of the 5th here in Baltimore. The White Sox 4, the Orioles nothing.
At Central Tire in Chicago and Cicero, they know that in baseball, the team that gives it all they've got is the team that wins the game. At Central Tire, their team of tire professionals give it all they've got to give you the most value in quality Michelin radial tires and car care service. Central Tire suggests you go with the leader in radial tires. Go for Michelin. Michelin X radials are performance proven to deliver excellent traction and handling, long tread mileage, and measurable fuel savings over bias ply tires. Central Tire has quality Michelin X radials for as low as 35% off, and that includes free mounting and balancing. This baseball season, go for value, go for performance, go for it all with Michelin and the team at Central Tire. Michelin put America on radials, and Central Tire in Chicago and Cicero wants to put you on Michelin.
At Central Tire, we're always around. At Central Tire, we're always around. Central Tire.
Central Tire with 5 Michelin locations, including Roosevelt near Austin and Cicero and 18th and Indiana in Chicago.
It's Jimmy Pearsall after the game on WMAQ.
Reach for the stars, you can trust your heart. Reach for the stars, to the prize with the star. Reach for the stars, the big bright Texaco star.
Get Texaco Premium Unleaded with ethanol for your car. Its higher octane helps knock out engine knocks with a 92 octane punch. Knock out the knocks with Texaco Premium Unleaded with ethanol.
Reach for the star, the big bright Texaco star.
John Lowenstein will lead it off for the Orioles in the bottom of the 5th as the White Sox lead it here 4-0. Lowenstein with the only hit off of Lamar Hoyt today, though he was erased on a double play. And the first pitch to Lowenstein, up high a ball. So in the first 4 innings, Hoyt has faced the minimum 12 hitters. Here's the pitch inside, 2-0. White Sox with a pair in the 1st and a pair in the 5th. Here's the pitch. A swing and a fly ball to right. It's in there for a base hit. So Lowenstein, 2 for 2 off of Hoyt, both of them leading off innings.
And if you pick him up there with breaking stuff, he'll have 4 for 4. Lowenstein's a high ball hitter, and Hoyt's getting the ball up just below the letters.
Ken Singleton, the batter, he hit a shot his first time up. But Julio Cruz dove to his right and snagged it. Threw on to second. The relay by Fletcher to first for a double play as the White Sox at that point turned over their 104th twin killing of the year. Hoyt delivers the pitch way outside and high, a ball. Jimmy Dwyer in the on-deck circle. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. Took something off of it. White's ready. Lowenstein off of first. Here's the pitch, and he fouls it off. Out of play. 1-2. Well, when the White Sox return home Thursday night, it'll be West Suburban Chamber of Commerce night. And the contact is Joan DeMuth at 352-0394. And if your church, club, civic organization, or youth group likes baseball, then White Sox group rates are just the ticket for you. Call 924-1000 and ask for the free group brochure. Any group of 20 or more can qualify. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball high and outside a ball. And by the way, when you call Comiskey Park, we indulge your patience with the overflow. They have a busy signal at times, and even then when it does ring, you might have to wait about 30 rings. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled off because of the backup of calls, so we beg your indulgence when you call 924-1000. 4-0, the White Sox out in front. Lowenstein at first with a leadoff single, and Ken Singleton, the batter, with a 2-2 count on him. Hoyt has struck out a pair today. getting Bunbury and Ford earlier. Here's the pitch. Outside, he misses with a breaking ball, and the count goes full 3-2. Paciorek holding the runner on at first. Now Hoyt is ready out of the stretch. Tosses over to first, Lowenstein back. Outfield playing Singleton straight away. The 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Could be two. Cruz for one. On to Paciorek. A double play. The second turned over by the White Sox in identical fashion. After Lowenstein led off the second with a single, Singleton hit into a double play. Here in the fifth, same-o, same-o.
That's double play number 105 for the White Sox, and they got the perfect man there in Ken Singleton to hit into the double play. Guy who hits the ball hard, runner on first base, and he doesn't run too well, so he's a perfect man to hit into a double play if you can just make him hit the ball on the ground.
Jimmy Dwyer, the batter, grounded out to first his only time up. Wants us to say hello to his dad, mom, and brother back at Dwyer's Tap at 99th and Vincennes, where he resides in the off-season. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike. Dwyer out of St. Lawrence and then on to Southern Illinois University. Teammate of Dwayne Kuiper's, where they led the Salukis to a second-place finish in the College World Series for Itchy Jones. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Another tapper to first. Paciorek has it, and again he outruns him. In fact, he slides to get to the bag just a step ahead of Dwyer. Oh, this inning identical in all respects to inning number 2. So we are at the end of 5 innings of play here in Baltimore. The White Sox 4 and the Orioles nothing.
My neighbor Sam is impressed by titles. When he found out Miss New Jersey drives a Honda Accord four-door sedan, same as mine, he couldn't wait to tell me. But I wasn't surprised. After all, I said, Miss New Jersey and the Honda Accord have a lot in common. They're both beautiful and highly regarded by the competition. Yes, but Miss New Jersey, cried Sam, a reigning beauty queen with the same car as you. So what? I said, a lot of beautiful people drive Honda Accords. It's the best-selling front-wheel drive four-door sedan in Alabama, Arizona, California, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Oregon, Virginia, and Washington. No New Jersey, sir? Nope. New Jersey was a miss.
Hello again, everybody. This is Harry Carey. Make your home safer and less attractive to thieves with an ITT yard light from True Value Hardware Stores. This mercury vapor security light features a powerful 175-watt lamp that sheds bright, even light, and it won't waste electricity because it turns itself on at dusk and off at dawn. Get an ITT security yard light complete with arm and mounting hardware at participating True Value Hardware Stores. You'll find quality products at extra special prices, plus the added benefit of personal friendly service at your neighborhood True Value Hardware Store or home center. Warren Brown, an early win back at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore as we go to the 6th inning. White Sox trying to take this rubber game of the 3-game series and are out in front 4-0. Ron Kittle will face Sammy Stewart, who begins his first full inning of relief. It'll be Kittle, Baines, and Vance Law. Right-hander delivers the pitch, breaking ball for a strike. White Sox getting 2 runs on a 2-run homer by Luzinski in the first, and a big 2-out, 2-run single by Paciorek in the 5th. Here's the pitch, fastball fouled off, and Kittle in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes. Stewart delivers, and it just misses outside with a slider. 1 ball, 2 strikes. American League action, Cleveland batting in the bottom of the 7th, first game of a doubleheader. They trail Texas. The Rangers 4, the Indians 3. Here's the pitch, a fastball struck him out. The final line on Mike Flanagan, by the way, 4 1/3 innings pitched, allowing 4 runs on 5 hits, including a homer, walking a man and striking out 3. He had struck out twice against Flanagan. Now gets a shot at the right-hander, Stewart. And the pitch low and inside the ball. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Lance Parrish has hit his 17th home run of the year. Nobody aboard in the second. And the Tigers lead the Yankees 1-0 at the end of 2. Here's the pitch outside, ball 2. Oakland leading Minnesota 3-0 at the end of 3. Boston at Kansas City scoreless at the end of 2. Here's the pitch. Inside, a ball goes all the way back to the screen. No score at Milwaukee. Toronto taking on the Brewers in the bottom of the second. That means Toronto has not scored in Milwaukee in the last 20 innings. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short. Ripken backhands it. Flips across just in time to get Baines. 2 up and 2 down. California will be at Seattle later. In the National League, the Mets and the Cubs are tied up 2-2 at the end of 3. Mel Hall with his 7th home run of the year. Nobody aboard in the 3rd to tie that game up. Phillies and Cardinals are deadlocked 2-2. That game in the bottom of the 4th. Montreal now leading the Pirates 6-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Raines and Wallach have hit home runs for the Expos. Western Division action later. Houston at San Francisco, Cincinnati at San Diego. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. And the big game, Atlanta at Los Angeles, as the Dodgers try to sweep that 3-game series. Dodgers now within 4.5 games of the Braves. The 1-1 pitch. And Law pops it up, foul territory. Jimmy Dwyer is there, and he takes it as the White Sox go down in order here in the 6th inning. We move to the bottom of the 6th. The White Sox 4, the Orioles nothing.
Over the years, you've built up a lot of equity in your home. Well, it's easy to cash in on that value with a home equity loan. Who do you turn to? Talk to the people with satisfied customers.
We got a home equity loan from General Finance. There weren't any hidden charges. They gave us an okay Tuesday, and the loan was completed on Friday. We used the money from General Finance to add a room onto our house. It's an investment, really. Now our place is worth more.
Interest rates at General Finance were lower than a lot of other credit charges.
Oh, yeah.
They suggested several payment plans, and we really appreciated that because it let us decide which one would be best for our budget.
Our General Finance guy was friendly and really knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And besides, he looks just like that guy on my soap opera.
I didn't notice that.
To find out how you can borrow $5,000, $15,000, $20,000 or more with a home equity loan, stop by the General Finance Corporation office nearest you. We'd like you to be one of our satisfied customers.
If we ever borrow again, we'll go back to General Finance.
Call General Finance for a large home equity loan up to $50,000 or for a smaller consumer loan. See the white pages for the office near you. $1 million experimental car. Protected by Motorcraft FL1A oil filters right off the shelf. Why Motorcraft? Motorcraft FL1A traps more abrasives, lasts longer than any other leading filter. Quality parts for all makes of cars. Motorcraft exceeds the need. Available at the following Motorcraft retailers: Lawrence Auto Supply in South Michigan and Lewis Hatch Auto Parts on North Elston, both in Chicago.
In the bottom of the 6th, the White Sox, in quest of the American League Western Division crown, are out in front of the Baltimore Orioles 4-0. And Lamar Hoyt has been a dandy here today. He has faced the minimum 15 hitters for the first 5 innings. He's recorded 2 strikeouts, and the rest of the outs have been on the infield. The outfielders have not had a put out here this afternoon. The only balls to get to the outfield were a pair of singles by John Lowenstein to right. And both times he was erased on a double play. So Joe Nolan, the catcher, will lead it off. He grounded out to second, his only time up today. Lamar Hoyt kicks high, delivers inside with a breaking ball, ball 1. Outfield plays Nolan to pull. Nolan out of action for about 3 weeks with a broken toe earlier in the year. Here's the pitch, high and away, a ball, 2-0. Well, the White Sox will be home Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoon against these Orioles next weekend. Right-hander delivers Called strike with a fastball in the outside corner that Nolan didn't like. 2 balls and a strike. It'll be the bottom third of the order. Nolan, Todd Cruz, and Rich Dower. Right-hander winds the 2-1 pitch. Inside, caught the corner, a strike, and Nolan really unhappy about that call. Steps out of the box, picks up some dirt. As the count evens up now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hoyt with his 2 strikeouts. Now, the Orioles getting on Richie Garcia, and he's giving it right back to him. Lumbrey and Ford leading off. The second inning, both were called out on strikes on 3-2 pitches. You can't tell who's getting on him. Everybody's sitting down over in the Oriole dugout, and we're blocked out about the first 10 seats, 10 players. Here's the pitch, a swing and a tapper foul to the right side. Jimmy Williams watches it drift by. 2 Jimmy Williams who are coaches in the American League. Jimmy Williams here and Jimmy Williams at Toronto. And fans now getting on Garcia. Jimmy Williams of Toronto, the one distinguishable thing of the two, the way they spell their name. One J-I-M-Y. Williams here with the Orioles, J-I-M-M-Y. Garcia really not trying to instigate anything as he walks towards the White Sox dugout, trying to avoid the chatter from the Oriole dugout. Here's the pitch, swinging a shot into left field, a base hit. Kittle has it on 1 hop, and the Orioles have the 3rd hit of the afternoon, all of them leadoff singles. But each time they have gotten their leadoff man on, the next batter is hit into a double play.
Well, Hoyt's going to have another double play to stay down to the minimum number of batters here. I think Garcia probably have been better off if he just walked over to the bench and had it out with whoever was giving him the trouble over there. Now he's got the fans on him.
Here's the pitch to Todd Cruz, and a breaking ball for a strike.
Or else you can call a ridiculous pitch, and that kind of quiets them down sometimes. But it also lets the fans loose on you.
Right-hander delivers, and the pitch outside of ball. Cruz grounded out to second, his only time up. Right-hander kicks, delivers, checked his swing in time, the appeal, and Vic Voltaggio at first said he did not go around. 2 balls and a strike.
I have seen that happen, and so they got the reputation coming from the manager. Says, oh, don't get on him and get him excited because then he'll call anything. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as he took something off the breaking ball. Really pulled the string. And the count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
However, we'll never know whether that was the truth or what happened to the umpire or not. Maybe he just had a mean streak in him. A shy mean streak. He acted like he was shy, but he would give it to you.
Here's the pitch, swing and a base hit to left. Boy, he hung one, and Cruz just slaps it into left field, and the Orioles have 2 on and nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, Hoyt has hung a couple. He hung 2, in fact, John Lowenstein. But that was very obvious on that particular one there.
And now here's the guy you talked about earlier who gets awfully tough with men on.
Yeah, if you can get him to come up with nobody on base, he's just an ordinary hitter. But with men on the sack, him and, Dips is about the same. They're very tough. They're tougher than any 300 hitter you got.
So Lamar Hoyt will have a conversation with Tony La Russa as the Sox manager is out on the mound. And a right-hander is up, loosening up in the White Sox bullpen. Back-to-back singles here in the bottom of the 6th. The number 7 and 8 hitters in the Orioles lineup, and now the number 9 hitter, Rich Dower. And our guest on the pregame show, Al Jones in the bullpen.
Well, Al Jones is going to have a sample of about everything, isn't he? A couple of base hits, runs scored off of him. Well, not while he was pitching, but he was responsible for it. A base on ball, double plays, an interview with you, and now relief.
Here's the pitch by Hoyt. Breaking ball, misses outside. Ball 1.
But we haven't got to that point yet, so maybe we won't have to have him in here. I'd like to see Hoyt get out of it.
No doubt about it. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball tapped foul down the left side between Cal Ripken and the bag at third. And the count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Haven't seen a triple play this year.
The White Sox out in front, 4-0, but the Orioles threatening here. 2 on, nobody out. Outfield, playing Dowers straight away. Hoyt working out of the stretch, gets his sign from Mark Hill. Now up with the glove at the waist. The 1-1 pitch. High, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Orioles with 4 hits. But all the outs have been on the ground with the exception of a line drive and 2 strikeouts. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. And the count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Lauren, that was hung up there, too, just about letter high. And I don't know, he's thrown some pretty good curveballs, but he has thrown some terrible curveballs.
See what he gives him here. The 2-2 pitch, a fastball, fly ball to right. Harold Baines is there. He's got it. Nolan will remain at second base as the throw comes on. And with he doing so, Cruz has to hold it first. So there is 1 out.
That fly ball was deep in the right field. Although Harold Baines has got a good arm, it was far enough for the runner on second base to go to third. However, 2 things. Nolan's not a fast runner. Nolan was about 10 or 15 feet off the base, and he had to come back to the base and tag up. And I guess he didn't think he had a good enough jump after tagging up to try to tip going to third base.
Al Bumbry, the batter, is lined out to second, and he was called out on strikes on a 3-2 pitch. And as before Bumbry steps in, he gets in a conversation with Rich Garcia, apparently about his last time at bat. Come on, Al, get in the box. Let's play ball. Talk to him after the game. He's still continuing the conversation. And in the meantime, Hoyt out on the grass just waiting. Bumbry's in the box, but he continues to jaw with Garcia. Now he sets 2 on, 1 out. Lamar Hoyt out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. A swing and a base hit to right. Baines charges. Here comes Nolan around third. They're going to hold him, and the bases are loaded. So Bumbry picking on the first pitch and hits a shot to right. Ripken, not wanting to take any chances, held up Nolan, and Harold Baines' throw cut off between home and third, but they would have had him for sure.
Now this situation getting pretty rough right here because Dan Ford's coming to the plate.
And he represents the tying run.
And he's a pretty good clutch man. He's also got power. And Lamar Hoyt is hanging the ball a little bit.
Ford is grounded out to short, and he's been called out on strikes. The Orioles, with 3 singles here in the inning, have the bases loaded, 1 out. Hoyt working out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike right down the pipe. As you say, Ford, a clutch hitter, hitting over 400 with men in scoring position this year.
I think the best thing could have happened probably was Al Bumbry turned around one more time and said something to Rich Garcia, and we might have not had him on base.
Hoyt ready, the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul, and he's out in front of him now. 2 strikes. Cal Ripken Jr. in the on-deck circle.
Infield is playing deep. They'll give up the run. They'd rather have the double play, have 2 outs. They can get the double play here and give up 1 run. They'll make that sacrifice.
And they've got an opportunity for a force at any base, including the plate. Hoyt ready. The 2-strike pitch. High a ball.
The only thing is it's got to be kind of a soft hit ball to Hoyt, unless it's hit directly at him, for him to make the play home. Hoyt's not too agile around the mound. He's not what you call a cat on the mound. Ball hit back at him, he's got a chance at it.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. swinging a drive to center. Law going back. He's there. He's got it. Nolan tagging at third. He'll come home. And going on to third from second is Todd Cruz. And it is a 4-1 ball game as Danny Ford drives in his 40th run of the year with a sacrifice fly.
Well, that was out far enough for Mack Truck to score. So Nolan came on in to score. We got a 4-1 ball game here. Rudy Law went back, and he was only about 10 feet from the warning track when he caught that one in center field. Maybe 15, give you a foot or so.
So there are 2 out, and Cal Ripken Jr., the batter, with runners at first and third. And he, like Danny Ford before him, represents the tying run. Bunbury at first. Here's the pitch, swinging a drive, deep to left, curving, foul ball. Just missed hitting the foul pole. Oh, brother. Boy, he got out in front of that just a little too much, thanks heaven.
Where was that pitch?
Up.
Hung. Letter high.
Charlie Brown says, the secret to life, keep the ball low. And that is what Hoyt has not been doing here in this inning. The 1-strike pitch. Breaking ball misses outside. 1-1. Bunbury at first, Todd Cruz at third with 2 out and a run in. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Right-hander delivers. There's a swing and another drive, but way foul into the upper deck. And another pitch that was way up. And not too much on it.
If you thought that first ball was hit hard, you should have seen that one. Although he pulled it, there was no danger of that one staying fair. The other one, it had a so-so chance, but that one was way foul and way far.
So Hoyt now in front of the batter, a ball and 2 strikes. Right-hander out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Just missed in the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on and 2 out.
Boy, Hoyt would really like to have gotten that pitch, and I like to see him get it. That was one of the better pitches he's made.
Bunbury with the lead off the first, Cruz off the third. The 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. He got him. He came back with the same pitch, and he caught the outside corner. Well, the Orioles are down in the 6th. Not before they score 1 run on 3 hits and strand a pair at first and third. So we go to the 7th. Chicago 4, Baltimore 1.
I teach my Olympic wrestlers 3 things: position, pressure, and concentration.
Budweiser, proud sponsor of the 1984 U.S. Olympic team, salutes America's Olympic coaches, the team behind the team.
I tell them to get position, you've got to set your stance and concentrate on your opponent's motion. You've got the pressure. Then, when you know the time is right, you attack. Because at this level, everyone knows this stuff. So to win, you got to get there first.
The Olympics take teamwork, and Budweiser is proud to be part of that team.
It's fun for you, for all you do. The king of beers is coming through.
Believe me, by the time my guys reach L.A., they'll be ready.
For all you do.
This Bud's for you, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Free seasonal produce now, then serve your family healthful, tasty meals year-round with True Value Hardware Store's August Bargain of the Month. Hi, Pat Summerall to suggest you get the Daisy Seal Meal to lock the flavor and nutrients of fresh cooked foods, seasonal produce, and leftovers inside boilable cooking pouches. Then your family can enjoy delicious meals anytime, even when you're away. And right now, you can get the Daisy Seal Meal for just $5.49 during August, while supplies last at participating True Value Hardware stores.
We go to the 7th inning. White Sox out in front 4-1. Mark Hill will lead it off, and stepping in to tell you about it, here's Early Wynn.
And, Lauren, those 2 runs that Tom Paciorek knocked in back in the 5th inning now look real big. Otherwise, it would have been a 2-1 ball game, and you don't want to get caught in Baltimore in a 2-1 ball game, the latter part of it. First pitch by Sammy Stewart is over for a call strike as Mark Hill looks it all the way into the catcher's mitt.
Stewart's pitched an inning and 2/3. That was the only hit he gave up.
And he tries to come back with a slider that breaks down, and it's a little bit too low. So that evens the count on Mark Hill. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Mark hits this one into left field. The left fielder, Lowenstein, comes on, and he's got it. So Hill is out number 1. Mark had a hit before, and that was in the 5th inning. And he was one of the runs that scored. The other time, he grounded out to the second baseman. So Mark is 1 for 3. And he hit the ball good that time. Looked for a moment it might fall in there, but it stayed up. This will bring up Julio Cruz. Julio's been a busy man today. He's been a good ball player today. Made a great play back in the 3rd inning. First pitch to him is outside by Stewart. 1-0. White Sox have out hit Baltimore 6-5. And this one is inside by Stewart. And the count goes to 2-0 on Julio. Julio almost got a hit in the 3rd inning. That great catch made by Bumber, who outrun the ball. The great play that Julio made was in the 2nd inning. 3 balls and no strikes on Julio. And this is ball 4. Had to wait for Garcia on that one because it looked like a very good pitch. Thought he might call it a strike, but no, it's ball 4, and Julio's on first base. Nobody in front of him now.
Unfortunately, Joe Nolan behind the plate because Rick Dempsey has been a nemesis throughout Cruz's career. I think he's thrown about 12 times during his career. Twice in 1 ball game.
Yeah, Nolan doesn't have the arm that Dempsey has. Neither does he get rid of the ball as fast as Dempsey. And into the batter's box steps Rudy Law, and I imagine he's mighty happy to see this occasion that Flanagan is out of there, the left-hander. And Stewart, although Stewart is not easy on left-handers either. He's got a few tricks up his sleeve also. Julio's taken a stationary lead over at first base. The infield is shortened up to double play depth. Todd Cruz is in on the edge of the grass at 3rd, and Stewart throws over to first base to run Julio back.
Now, you talked about the big hit by Paciorek to drive in 2 runs, and it won't show in the box score, but Law against McGregor drove a ball deep to right to advance runners from 1st and 2nd on to 2nd and 3rd, setting up the hit.
And Rudy hits one into left center field. Bumbry is over, makes a one-hand catch. Julio comes back in a hurry and tags up, and he makes a break for second base, but Bumbry, he caught onto that, so he got the ball back in a hurry. Julio's still on first base. He'll have to hold. Scott Fletcher will come to the plate. So even though the right-hander is in there now, Rudy didn't have any success. Hit the ball into left center field, and Bumbry was there. Scott Fletcher is 0 for 3. And there was a pitch out, and it was a little bit too close. Fletcher made a stab at it, and I don't know if they're going to get it or not. And Julio still second base. So we got a runner on second, 2 away, and Altobelli's going to come up to home plate and argue that Scott Fletcher interfered with Joe Nolan, the catcher. And for a moment there, it looked like he was paying it. The ball was not that far away, and Fletcher put the bat out but pulled it back. He was not in the way of Nolan. Nolan had to reach back towards the home plate in order to field the ball. It wasn't that far outside. So right now we have it on the board as ball 1 and no strike on Scott Fletcher.
Well, not only are they not calling the interference, they're ruling that though he reached his bat out, he didn't go through. So it's a ball instead of a strike. Now Altobelli wants to have a word with Don Denkinger, the third base umpire.
Now Garcia has the floor. He's put his finger up and told Altobelli to just clamp his lips up for a moment. And he's going to talk to the crew chief, I believe, Don Denkinger.
Well, there's a word in Italian called cheats, which Altobelli would understand, and that means shut up. But he's getting his say with Denkinger and Garcia. That stolen base was the 46th for Cruz. He's thrown out only 10 times, including once in this series.
Well, the worst thing they can do is rule it a strike, I believe. I don't think, all things considered, it wasn't a very good pitch out by Sammy Stewart.
He was too close to the plate, as you indicated.
So now let's get the game on the way here. We're 2 men away. Julio on second base. The White Sox leading 4-1. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Got Fletcher the batter. Sammy Stewart comes down to that abrupt halt. And he fires the fastball inside to Fletcher. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. The infield now with 2 away. They are playing back on the edge of the grass. The pitch to Fletcher. Ground ball down towards short, but Cruz cuts it off in front of the shortstop. Fires it over to first base. And Fletcher is out on a 5-3 foot out. The Sox get no runs. They had no hits. They leave a man on base. Now, after 6.5 innings, it's 4-1 in favor of the White Sox.
So, you expect me to believe that Osco gets my color prints back in 1 day?
Well,
We're talking 35mm color prints in 1 day.
I know.
You're saying 7 days a week. 7 days. You're talking Sunday, you know.
Yeah, I am. I'm talking...
Osco gives me the prints and the processing free.
Well, they told me.
That's zero, zip, nada. You're talking about free, man.
I am. I'm talking...
I'm hearing Kodak paper, Kodak chemicals, Kodak equipment.
That's right, the equipment, chemicals...
I drop off my 35mm pictures by pickup time. It's Osco, it's Saturday, and bingo, Sunday, color prints, or they're free.
That's right, free.
What is satin finish? You're saying satin finish.
I am. It's satin
Kodak
finish.
paper, Kodak chemicals and equipment, nothing but Kodak, that's it.
Yes, I know that.
Please, say no more. You've sold me. For 35mm color prints, Osco Photo Express is the greatest.
I know.
And you are one great salesman.
Well,
Osco Photo Express. It's fast or it's free. 7 days a week.
The White Sox WMAQ.
Shopping for a color TV? Well, before you buy, see what Zenith has to offer. Quality, dependability, style, and yes, priced at $278 for a 13-inch color TV with a picture that will be exceptionally vivid and true to life. Its tri-focus picture tube and Z1 chassis make this Zenith a must-to-see. Before you buy a color TV, look to Zenith. Buy quality. Buy Zenith. Your Zenith dealer has a 13-inch color TV as well as other screen sizes for you to see. At Zenith, the quality goes in before the name goes on.
Early win with Lauren Brown here in Baltimore at Memorial Stadium. The Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. White Sox are leading the Orioles 4-1. They've out hit them 6-5. Lamar Hoyt, the starting pitcher, still in the ball game. Coming out, he'll face John Lowenstein here. Lowenstein's got 2 for 2 today. First pitch by Hoyt is over for a called strike. Hoyt threw that ball pretty good. The last pitch he threw for a strikeout on Cal Ripken was one of his better pitches today. That and the pitch before it. This pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ripken took it for a third call strike. Lowenstein pulls it to the right side. There's another base hit for John Lowenstein. So the Baltimore Orioles have another runner on base. And twice, 3 times in a row, Lowenstein has led off the inning with a base hit. So they have a runner on first base and nobody out. Once again, it's the same man. This will bring up Ken Singleton, the designated hitter. Singleton so far has done very well. He's hit into 2 double plays. So Lowenstein's base hits both times have been wiped out. And now here it is, another identical situation with Lowenstein on first base. The other 2 times also, the last out of the inning was a ground ball to the first baseman by Jim Dwyer. First pitch to Singleton is low for a ball. 1-0. Boyd looking in, getting a sign from the set position, delivers, and swung on by Singleton. A high fly ball. It's going to be fouled on the third base side, deep into the stand. The infield is not really shortened up an awful lot with Singleton. They're going to give themselves a couple extra steps to try and catch the ball, as Singleton is a very slow runner. He's hit into 2 double plays. The pitch And way outside by Hoyt, it's called. Singleton after fouling one way up into the box six. Now Hoyt gets one just about as far outside from the left-hander. All set to go. The pitch swung on right in front of the plate, and it bounces foul. That one had a chance of being another double play, but of a different route, as Mark Hill bounced out from behind home plate and made a pass at it, but the ball had already come outside. No way he could jump into fair territory and catch it. In fact, it didn't bounce very high, only bounced about 2 feet in the air. By the time Hill got over it, it had come back on this side, the foul side of the first base line. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Singleton. Julio has moved around just a little bit to the right side, not very much. And Singleton pounces on it. It's a high fly ball out in short left center. Both men coming in for it. Rudy Law calls Kittle off, and that's out number 1. So Singleton does not hit into a double play this time. Friends, you know, the San Diego Chicken will make his first ever appearance at Comiskey Park on Labor Day, Monday, September the 5th, when the White Sox play host to the Oakland A's in an afternoon game beginning at 1:15. The Chicken will be there to help celebrate the second birthdays of the White Sox mascot, Ribby and Rhubarb. And if you haven't seen the San Diego Chicken, I would suggest you do. He is a very funny man. Goes through a lot of addicts. He'll use some of the players in a few of his stints, and no doubt he will probably use Ribby and Rhubarb. So now Tony La Russa has come out to the pitcher's mound, so it looks like he's going to make a pitching change. He's already waved to the bullpen, so while they make the pitching change, and the score is 4-1 in favor of the White Sox, we'll take time for this timeout.
As the new pitcher enters the game, think about those worn-out tires on your car. Every extra mile you drive on them is not safe for you or your family. Central Tire has the answer today with great savings on BF Goodrich tires. Replace those worn radials with the long-wearing Lifesaver XLM BF Goodrich tires. Central Tire in Chicago and Cicero has sale-priced their entire stock of Lifesaver XLM steel-belted radial tires. The Lifesaver XLM gives you outstanding handling and traction, especially in wet weather. Drive into one of Central Tire's 5 locations this week for the BF Goodrich Lifesaver XLM steel-belted radial tire. Replace those worn-out tires today at any Central Tire location during their BF Goodrich radial tire sale.
Central Tire, we're always around. Central Tire, we're always around. Central Tire.
Central Tire with 5 BF Goodrich locations, including 12040 South Doty and 18th and Indiana in Chicago.
Join Nancy Turner at the Kankakee County Fair in Kankakee, Illinois. She'll be there this afternoon till 5 o'clock.
Left-hander Juan Augusto becomes the second White Sox pitcher here this afternoon, coming on in his 24th relief appearance of the year, the first in this 3-game set-to between the White Sox and the Orioles. In 26 and 2/3 innings, he's allowed 14 earned runs on 24 hits, one of them a homer. He has walked 8 and struck out 15. A record of 1 victory, 2 losses, and an earned run average of 4.73, and he has saved 5 ball games. So Lamar Hoyt went 6 1/3 innings, allowed 1 run on 6 hits, walked none, struck out 3, and is responsible for the runner over at first base. And before Augusto pitches to Jimmy Dwyer, or a pinch hitter, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the White Sox Radio Network.
Mike Ditka moves to WMAQ beginning Saturday, August 20th. Beginning at 6 p.m. from Stereo 67, WMAQ Chicago, where it's 87 degrees at 3 o'clock.
The Orioles are retaliating with a right-hand pitch hitter here, Gary Renicky, big, powerful right-hand batter. Renicky comes up to face Juan Augusto. Renicky batting .267 at the moment, and he has some power. First pitch by Augusto is over for call strike. Renicky has hit 13 home runs, driven in 46. He has 4 game-winning RBIs, has a total of 59 hits, 221 times at bat, and he swings and he fouls it off on the left side, a little dribbler. So now Augusto has the count 0-2 on Gary Renicky. Only 1 man away, runner on first base. Bottom of the 7th inning, Sox leading 4-1. The hits are even at 6 apiece. Juan done a great job for the Sox the first part of the year. First half of the year. Then all he wants to hit a lull here, a couple of weeks or so ago. And they expect great things of Juan. He has shown that he has the potential. He came on when the Sox really needed it. He kicks and he fires. Pitches inside to Renicky, and he takes it for a ball. In fact, that pitch was so far inside, it drove him back off the plate. Infield is still not shortened up an awful lot at second base with only one away. Renicky fouls this one off. It's going to bounce over against the stand on the left side. And I think the ball man over there got it, gentlemen. Remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Gary Renicky. Augusto kicks, and a bouncer right back to him. He catches it, he drops it, he picks it up down to second, down to first. It's a double play! Oh, he got that ball in his glove, and it dropped right back down to the ground, but he picked it up and fired it to second, and it's another double play for the Sox. So they come out of the bottom of the 7th inning. The Orioles got a hit. They got no runs. They leave nobody on base. After 7 innings of play, the White Sox are still leading 5-1.
Choosing a Honda Civic S isn't easy. The Civic S is painted special colors, red or black. The red Civic S comes equipped with special performance features, just like the black. The black Civic S is as much fun to drive as the sports car, just like the red. And both are as practical as you expect a Honda Civic to be. It's a difficult decision, red or black.
Most people believe that automobile accidents happen to the other guy. Last year, more than 50,000 of the other guy died in car crashes. Every 16 seconds, the other guy is hurt in an automobile-related accident. Wearing a seatbelt reduces the risk of injury by 57%. Fasten your seatbelts before you become the other guy. Seatbelts, a simple fact of life. Brought to you by Honda.
Talk baseball with Pearsall after the game on WMAQ.
Hey, guess who has the highest octanes for your car? Texaco, that's who. Hi, Bob Star Power Hope here. Now Texaco Star Power knocks out the knocks for the highest octanes you can get. Texaco Premium Unleaded with ethanol at 92 octane. New Super Regular with ethanol at 91 octane. Unleaded with ethanol at 89 octane. Get Texaco Star Power, the highest octanes you can get to help knock out the knocks in your car. Texaco Star Power for car power.
First baseman, Tom Paciorek.
Here at Baltimore, early win with Lauren Brown, and now the White Sox come to bat. They're still leading in this ball game. 4-1 in the 8th inning, and Tom Paciorek will be your first batter, your first line of offense. Lauren?
All right, Early, and Paciorek has the only hit off of Stewart. It drove in 2 runs that were charged to Flanagan in 2 2/3 innings of pitching, and he delivers a strike in the outside corner. Well, they inform the fans here that Paciorek, once drafted by the Miami Dolphins as a defensive back, played collegiate football at Houston University as he fouls off the next pitch in the hole, 2 strikes. Paciorek, Luzinski, and Kittle, 3 right-handed hitters to go against the right-handed offerings of Sammy Stewart. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul down the right side, out of play. Now, speaking of other pro clubs, only 2 men in the history of the National Basketball Association have been named Rookie of the Year and Most Valuable Player that year, and one of them is here tonight, or this afternoon. Here's the pitch. Up high a ball, and it's not Wilt Chamberlain. He's not here. The other man, Wesley Unseld. Great star at Louisville, and then here with the Baltimore and Washington Bullets, Capital Bullets, as he fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He made Don Drysdale look small when he met him. The same height, but Wes about 2 feet wider than Don. Here's the pitch. Swinging a looper out to short center. Bunbury coming on. He's there and takes it one-handed for the first out of the inning. So Greg Luzinski, the batter, provided the White Sox with a 2-run cushion with his 23rd home run of the year in the first inning off of Flanagan. His 3rd home run in as many games here. He and Paciorek have been the offense. They have half of the White Sox hits, and they've driven in all the runs. Here's a swing and a drive to left, but Bunbury has a play near the track, And he makes the basket catch below his waist to retire Luzinski.
Bummer thought Luzinski got all of that one, but he didn't. He must have got it on the end of the bat because Kenny shot off to the right there like a sinker ball or a slice. And I think that's what happened. I think he did slice it.
2 up and 2 down here in the 8th inning. Kittle, the batter, 1 for 3, and he swings and misses on a fastball. The only time he has faced Stewart has struck him out. Here's the pitch. Outside a ball. Now in 3 in the 3rd inning, Stewart's allowed no runs on 1 hit. He's walked a man and he has struck out a man. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Pops it up. Joe Nolan off with the mask, calling for it. Cruz coming down the line, but Nolan takes it to retire the side. And the White Sox go down in order for the 4th time today. So we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. The White Sox 4, Baltimore 1.
There's a great chip, can't wait to taste chip. The only thing missing is the salt. It's delectable, crunchy, irresistible. And munchy, the only thing missing is the salt.
Jay's brings you no-salt added potato chips. They're the potato chips with all the crunch, all the munch, all the delicious flavor of Jay's regular potato chips, but they don't have all that salt.
The crunch is what our chip has got. And the salt is what our chip has got. Jay's, can't stop eating those Jay's. Jay's, can't stop eating those Jay's. Great taste is what our chip's about. A perfect chip, without a doubt.
Try Jay's no-salt added potato chips. They've got all the flavor, all the crunch of regular Jay's, but without all the salt.
The most refreshing way to make the most of every day. Wherever you go, whatever you do, there's something big waiting for me and you. Coke is it, the biggest taste you've ever found. Coke is it, the one that never lets you down. Coke is it, the most refreshing taste around. Coke is it, Coke is it.
Mike Squires has come on to play first base for the White Sox, and Tom Paciorek has moved to left field. Now we're going to have a pinch hitter for Joe Nolan. Rick Dempsey here in the bottom of the 8th. Juan Augusto will face him as he begins his first full inning of relief after turning over a fine double play and facing one man in the last inning. And the pitch outside of ball. The White Sox out in front here by a score of 4-1. Left-hander ready. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike. Texas hung on and defeated Cleveland 4-3 in the first game of the doubleheader. So the Rangers 4.5 back at this point in time. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Chopper to second. Julio Cruz has it at the edge of the infield grass, and he throws him out. Edge of the outfield grass, rather. 1 down. Todd Cruz will be the batter. Cruz with a single in 2 trips. Dempsey pitch inning will remain in the ballgame when we go to the 9th inning to do the catching. Augusto delivers, and he misses outside of ball. The Tigers trying to salvage the game of that 3-game set to in New York. Lead the Yankees 5-0 at the end of 3. Parrish with his 17th home run of the year as Augusto delivers a strike in the outside corner. Kansas City on a home run by Sheridan, his 6th. Lead Boston 1-0 at the end of 4. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss. Milwaukee leading Toronto 3-1 that game in the 4th. Oakland leading Minnesota 4-0 that game in the bottom of the 6th. California at Seattle later. A ball and 2 strikes to Cruz. We'll give you details on all those games in our post-game scoreboard show. Here's a pitch, swing and a foul. Montreal shut out Pittsburgh 6-0. A 2-hitter by Rogers. Steve Rogers now 14-6. Cardinals and Phillies tied at 2 in the bottom of the 6th. And the Mets and the Cubs are tied up at 4 in the bottom of the 5th. Mel Hall with his 7th home run of the year. The 1-2 delivery to Cruz. Just missed in the outside corner, evens it up at 2-2. In soccer, the Sting leads San Diego 5-1 at the half. Here's the 2-2 pitch. One hopper to Scott Fletcher at short, throws across in time, and there are 2 outs.
That was a hot shot hit down to Scott Fletcher, and although it was very unspectacular, it was quite a play. The ball took one hop and bounced up under his armpit, and he never let up a minute. He just come right on through with the throw.
Rich Dower, the batter, nobody on and 2 out, and the pitch is outside of ball. Right-hander loosening up in the White Sox bullpen. Here's the pitch by Augusto, and the fastball is low, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 delivery, and it's ball 3 outside. Houston at San Francisco, Cincinnati at San Diego, and the big one on the coast, Atlanta at Los Angeles, a little later. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and he walked him. Up high and outside. First walk that the Orioles have received here this afternoon. And the batter scheduled to be Al Bumbry, but he's going back into the dugout.
Well, they got yellow on the base. I'm not going to be him or not, though. It's going to be the other guy.
John Shelby, the pinch hitter. Shelby, a switch hitter, Al Bumbry. Shelby had a big night last night here, went 3 for 5 and scored half of the Orioles' 4 runs in the White Sox 6-4 victory. So Shelby batting with a runner at first and 2 out here in the bottom of the 8th with the White Sox leading 4-1. Hits evened up at 6 apiece. Shelby taking his time, putting his batting glove on and getting to the batter's box. Shelby overall hitting .282, 4 homers and 17 RBIs. Left-hander ready, here's the pitch, and he checks his swing of ball. Nelson's getting Cruz to ground out to short. Augusto has missed the strike zone in the last 5 pitches. Left-hander ready, here's the pitch. Swing, the foul tip. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. When the Orioles were trying to overtake the Brewers in the final 4 games of the season last year, this kid made a spectacular throw to the plate to get a runner out of the plate, and the Orioles won 3 in a row before the Brewers in the final day of the season beat the O's and went on to play California in the playoffs and later the Cardinals in the World Series as he looks at a ball up high. 2 balls and a strike. Left-hander ready, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. In and out of the mid of Mark Hill. And the count even up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
If Augusta can pump the good fastball when he has a good chance to strike Shelby out, he strikes out quite often. But he also makes good contact when he does make good contact.
2-2 pitch, way outside. 3-2.
Hits the ball very hard. He's struck out 39 times so far this year and been to bat 213 times.
Now that gives Dower the chance to be off to the pitch. There he goes, swinging a fly ball to center. Don't worry about it. Rudy Law backpedals, now comes in a step, one-hands it, and the Orioles are down in the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, 1 man left on. We go to inning number 9 here at Baltimore. The White Sox 4, the Orioles 1.
It's up to you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. So here's to you. For all you do, you know the king of this is coming through.
tears is coming through.
Everybody, this is Harry Cuss. On a home project where accuracy counts, count off decision-made master mechanic tools from True Value Hardware Store. Gluing jobs will be faster and neater with a master mechanic electric glue gun, now only $13.99. And to keep your tools in order, get a master mechanic 16-inch hip-roof toolbox with tote tray. It's only $7.95, exclusively at participating True Value Hardware Store.
The Orioles have Dempsey now behind the plate. John Shelby goes to center, and Harold Baines leads it off against Sammy Stewart. Baines 0 for 3 this afternoon, facing Stewart for the second time. Mike Flanagan started the ballgame, went 4 1/3 innings, and was charged with all 4 White Sox runs as the Sox lead 4-1. Chopper right side, Dower can't handle it. He knocked it down, and Baines will be safe.
And we have 2 big nights coming up for you when Baltimore comes to town on Friday, August the 12th and August the 14th on a Sunday. On the 12th, it's All-Star Beach Towel Night. Courtesy of Clorox Fleet. You can get an All-Star Beach Towel off pick when the first 15,000 fans 15 and over will receive one. And then on Sunday the 14th, white batting helmet featuring the All-Star logo. The credit unions of Illinois. For tickets to either occasion, call 559-1212, and you can use your charge card.
Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. Hit and run right to Renicky at first, and he steps on first for the double play. The hit and run was on, and Vance Law lined a shot right to Gary Renicky at first, and all he had to do was step on the bag, and the Orioles get their first double play of the afternoon. So there are 2 outs. Killed the batter, 1 for 3. That infield hit by Baines, only the second hit off of Sammy Stewart since he came on in the 5th inning. Right-hander delivers, the pitch, swing and a miss. When we go to the bottom of the 9th, it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Orioles, Ford, Ripken, and Lowenstein. Here's the 1-1 delivery, and it's outside of ball. 2 balls and a strike. Right-hander ready, delivers, and it's low. 3-1. Well, if the Cardinals beat the Phillies, they'll be in a tie for first with Montreal in the National League East. Here's the pitch, called, strike in the outside corner, so the count goes full. After Montreal, Steve Rogers tossed the 2 hitters, shutting out the Pirates today. Right-hander in the windup, the 3-2 delivery. Swinging a shot, base hit down the left field line, past the diving Todd Cruz. Mark Hill chugging into second, and he has his second hit of the afternoon. Well, that double play really looms large now, early win.
Yes, it does, and I still say that those runs that Pachorik knocked in have really helped the ball game because I don't think you can survive a 1-run ball game here in Baltimore in the latter part of the game.
Very difficult. Julio Cruz, the batter, batting from the left side. 1 for 2 officially with a run scored today. And the only time that he has faced Sammy Stewart, he was walked. Unintentionally. So Hill at second with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and it's outside of all. The White Sox will go to the bottom of the 9th with at least a 3-run margin. Went to the bottom of the 9th with a 2-run margin Friday, but lost as the Orioles came up with 3. Went to the 9th with a 2-run margin last night, but hung on and won as Stewart delivers the strike with a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
No, I don't understand his earned run average, 4.14, and I've never seen him give up but very few runs. I don't know how in the world they get that many runs off of him.
Here's a fastball low, 2-1. Might have been earlier in the year. But the Orioles got off to the best starts that they had in years. Then they hit a slump. They dropped about 6 games in a row, and in the process were beating themselves, something that Orioles clubs are unaccustomed to doing. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a shot to center. Here comes Shelby, and he's got it to retire the side. So in the inning, no runs, 2 hits, and 1 man left on. So we go to the bottom of the ninth. Hang on to your seats as the Sox lead it here, 4-1.
Not very far. Gene Autry's Angels. Orange County, USA can keep you hopping. You can cover it all with the WMAQ True Value Hardware Weekend Escape to Anaheim for the White Sox California Angels Series, September 23rd through the 25th. WMAQ's Weekend Escape for 2 has round-trip United Airlines flights, hotel room for 2 nights, $100 for food and incidentals, plus 2 tickets for 2 White Sox Angels games. Ground transportation not included. Get your official entry blank at participating True Value Hardware stores. Remember, True Value Hardware stores is more than just a name. It's their way of doing business. Or send a hand-printed postcard with your name, address, and phone number to WMAQ True Value Escape, Post Office Box 3426, Chicago, Illinois, 60654. Entries must be received by August 20th for the August 23rd drawing and winter announcement. All entries remain eligible for the Weekend Escape of 1983 World Series. Transportation for 2 provided by United Airlines, the official airline of the Chicago White Sox. Get your entry in now and win with your White Sox station, 67 WMAQ.
Why did Cleopatra become Queen of the Nile?
Baby, I did it for the money.
Why did Sherlock Holmes solve crime?
I must confess, I did it for the money.
Why did the Bride of Frankenstein marry you, Frankenstein?
I did it for love. Just for the money.
You could win $1 million or up to $100,000 instantly in the Illinois State Lottery's Fortune Instant game. So play it for the same reason Napoleon became emperor.
This broadcast is brought to you under rights granted by the Chicago White Sox, solely for the entertainment of its audience. Any retransmission of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Chicago White Sox is prohibited. White Sox leading here 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the ninth. Dan Ford, who's driven in the only Orioles run with a sacrifice fly, will lead it off. He'll be followed by Cal Ripken and possibly a pinch hitter, and I would bet on it for John Lowenstein, a left-handed hitter. Augusto into the windup, facing Ford for the first time, and he fouls it off. 24,384 in attendance here today. Well, the 3-game series drew 96,697. An average of a little better than 32,000 a game. And the Orioles have drawn well, 1,271,971. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. That was a good one, Roy.
His work is complete for the day. He took 5 innings and left the game with a 4-2 lead.
Oh, he's got good stuff. He's going to give it to you. Better than that. There's a time or so he's walked out when he didn't have the real good stuff.
Here's the pitch. His fastball just missed him. Now they're reporting on Jim Palmer, who pitched at Hagerstown in the Carolina League today, went 5 innings. Struck out 5, allowed 2 runs on 7 hits. Trying to come back from tendonitis in the shoulder, and a swing and a miss, he struck him out. First strikeout for Augusto.
Homer by Rich Rimbaud.
Oh, there is 1 out, and Cal Ripken the batter. Ripken 0 for 3 today. He represented the tying run in the 6th inning with runners at first and third and 2 outs. And Lamar Hoyt got him on a 3rd called strike. Augusto ready, here's the pitch. Swinging a shot into right, a base hit. Baines over to cut it off, and Ripken with his first hit. And that is the first hit off of Juan Augusto. And Benny Ayala is going to pinch hit for John Lowenstein. That's a break. Lowenstein against Hoyt was 3 for 3, but he is out of there with the left-handed pitcher.
Well, he's not quite very good against left-handers, and Lauren, we just accounted for about 5,000 of those fans that didn't show up today. He said the crowd was full. Sorry about that, Lawrence.
There's a pitch, tap foul out of play.
With Jim Palmer pitching in Hagerstown today,
They had 6,000 and numbers there when he pitched today. So they all went over to Hagerstown to see Jim Palmer pitch.
Left-hander ready, the one-strike pitch. Fastball for a strike to the outside corner. And he's out in front of him now, 2 strikes. Juan Augusto trying to save it for Lamar Hoyt. Here's the pitch. And he missed. He just barely missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Augusto thought he had him. Augusto trying to save his 6th game. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. He got him. Took something off the breaking ball, and Ayala just looked at it. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Those 2 out, and Ken Singleton the batter. Well, back from the right side now as a left-handed hitter. He had a terrible day. Grounded into 2 double plays and flat out to center. Well, this will mean the 9th man that Augusto has faced, and over that time he has walked 1, struck out a pair, and given up a hit. Left-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Fastball drilled foul to the right side. Singleton a little late getting around on that. Hit the scoreboard, the auxiliary scoreboard down the right field line. May have knocked it out. At least the power, that is.
Does he get a bill for it?
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. So Augusto 1 strike away of giving the White Sox the series. Squires not bothering with Ripken. Down at first. The 2-strike pitch. Outside a ball. Four to 1, White Sox out in front here in the bottom of the 9th. Augusto working from the stretch. Here's the 1-2 delivery, way outside. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outfield playing Singleton straight away. They're playing back in the infield. Augusto in agreement with Mark Hill on the call. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it as he fouled it off. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Augusto leaning in to get the sign from Hill. Now Singleton is ready as he's back in the batter's box. Right-handed hitter awaits. The left-handed pitcher's toss. Swinging a foul. Carry on up into the upper deck down the right field line. And count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll fill you in on the entire Major League scoreboard on the postgame show following this contest. Augusto didn't like the ball he was given, and he gets a new one. Singleton taking a lot of time. Now he gets set. Augusto is ready. Glove at the waist. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Just missed on the outside corner, and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I thought that probably Augusto would have challenged him with that fastball again. Singleton's had a little bit of difficulty with it. Augusto's got a good one. 3-1, he had a good hack at it and found well to the right.
3-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball deep to right. Baines going back near the bullpen. Reaches up. It's gone. A home run, and Harold Baines is hurt. Baines is down. Now he's up on both knees as Vern Schneider and Tony La Russa race out to right center field. And this is a 4-3 ball game. As Singleton went the other way, and Baines crashed into the padding out there right in front of the White Sox bullpen.
Well, Singleton hit it a long ways, 376 feet to the bullpen there. Baines running hard, jumped up. As I watched it on the monitor here, he jumped up high, running good, and The arm below the wrist hit that wall. At the rod going across there and finally shook him up. However, with everybody out there, Tommy Lewis going out, Herman Snyder going out, and Bain says he's okay, so he's going to stay in the ball game. However, Juan Augusto, I believe, will not stay in the ball game with Gary Reneke, a right-handed hitter. They have depleted their bench, I do believe, as far as pinch hitters. So we're going to get a right-hander coming on. And that will be all for Juan Augusto. So with the pitching change, we'll take time out here in the ninth inning with the White Sox out in front, 4-3.
Mike Ditka moves to WMAQ beginning Saturday, August 20th at 6 p.m. Right here on Stereo 67, WMAQ, Chicago. It's 87 degrees at O'Hare at 3:31. As the new pitcher enters the game, think about those worn-out tires in your car. Every extra mile you drive on them is not safe for you or your family. Central Tire has the answer today with great savings on BF Goodrich tires. Replace those worn radials with the long-wearing Lifesaver XLM BF Goodrich tires. Central Tire in Chicago and Cicero has sale priced their entire stock of Lifesaver XLM steel-belted radial tires. The Lifesaver XLM gives you outstanding handling and traction, especially in wet weather. Drive into one of Central Tire's 5 locations this week for the BF Goodrich Lifesaver XLM steel-belted radial tires. Replace those worn-out tires today at any Central Tire location during their BF Goodrich radial tire sale. Central Tire with 5 BF Goodrich locations, including 12040 South Philly and 18th and Indiana in Chicago.
Well, Juan Augusto, who came on in the 7th inning, took into a little bit of a trouble. Home run by Ken Singleton. Driving in 2 runs, it's now a 4-3 ball game. So the Sox go to the bullpen. And Dennis Lamp, the right-hander, comes in to pitch to Gary Reneke, right-hand power hitter. Dennis Lamp has won 5 games and lost 7. Earned run average not too bad, 3.95, making his 33rd appearance for the year. Dennis has started 5 ball games, completed 1, has 7 saves, 695 and 2/3 innings, going up 105 hits. Giving up 5 home runs, he's walked 26 batters and struck out 33. And he will face Gary Reneke. They do not have a left-handed pinch hitter in the dugout. The only fellows they have are Sakata and Rodriguez. So they got to go with Reneke. And the first pitch by Lamp is a fastball inside. A 4-3 ball game. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Outside and low. 2-0. Lamp looks like he's overthrowing a little bit as he's swinging on the first 2 pitches. I imagine he's trying to put everything he's got on it right now. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a foul into the box seat. 2 balls and a strike. Right-hander ready. The 2-1 pitch. Swinging a grounder to Law. Nice stop to his left. Goes. Sox win. And they take the series 2-1. Boy, I tell you, never an easy moment at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore. But Dennis Lamp comes through to get the final hitter, Reneke, and in so doing, picks up his 8th save of the year and saves it for Lamar Hoyt, who wins his 4th straight. And Lamar now 14-10. And Mike Flanagan was the loser. That is the first time that he has lost in this ballpark after winning 11 straight here. And Flanagan, after coming off the disabled list, suffers his first loss of the year. He is now 6-1. White Sox, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Orioles, 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Time of the game, 2 hours, 27 minutes before 24,384. Stay tuned now for post-game coverage of today's game on the Chicago White Sox Radio Network.
The new prelude from Honda. It began as a thin piece of paper. Designers
aerodynamically superior shape. Once the shape was perfected, engineers made it into a car with startling effect. The new Prelude from Honda. When you first drive one, you'll think you're in something else. You'll be right. The new Prelude from Honda. That's your
Right now, Zenith has the only color TV you can talk to. It's Zenith's remarkable new Advanced System 3 Smart-Set color TV with remote control space phone. It's like having a built-in extension phone. You can place and receive calls, you can redial numbers automatically without missing a moment of TV enjoyment. Stop in at your Zenith dealer, see the variety of styles and features of Zenith's Advanced System 3 color TVs with space phone remote control. Not only can you see the world, now you can talk to anyone in the world. See the Smart-Set by Zenith, where the quality goes in before the name goes on. Has been brought to you by the following participating sponsors. Budweiser Light. The best never comes easy. That's why there's nothing else like it. The Bell System Yellow Paper. The small investment that keeps your big investment paying off. The 4 Central Tire locations. Your complete discount tire center. The Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Chicago. Bottlers of Coke, Tab, Sprite, Mellow Yellow, and New Diet Coke. Dubuque White Sox Plumpers. The official hot dog of the Chicago White Sox. General Finance. For a consumer or home equity loan, there's a General Finance office near you. Honda and your Chicagoland and Northern Indiana Honda dealer. The Illinois State Lottery. Have a ball. Play the lottery. Texaco, who also bring you quality automotive products you can trust. True Value Hardware Store. More than just a name, it's their way of doing business. Zenith, the Smart-Set, where the quality goes in before the name goes on.
Hi, this is Joe McConnell. You know, there's nothing like coming out to Comiskey Park for exciting Chicago White Sox baseball. But when you can't get out to the game, get the game at home on Sports Vision. Sports Vision is a complete action package of professional and amateur sports, featuring the White Sox, Blackhawks, Bulls, and Stings. Games you can't see anywhere else. Don't miss out. Order Sports Vision today. Dial 699-6688 or call your local cable operator. Sports Vision, the only game in town.
I'm Jerry Taft, meteorologist for WMAQ Radio. That's radio. Sure, I do TV too, but that's only part of my time. The rest is spent right here, using the same modern technology, the same weather satellites, color radars, and computers that I use over in TV. But I also use them here to give you the best possible forecast every day of the week. That's just another reason to keep it here on your radio station, 67 WMAQ.